Okay, we're going. I too hit the button. Hello, welcome to GenSekai, episode 4, The Pit and the Pendulum.
I thought it was gonna be the
Probably
pit
not
and the
actually.
pig.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, you could build a pendulum trap, but I don't think you're gonna find room for it. Mr. Boar, please stand near our elaborate pendulum trap. Thank you. Skronk. Anyway, this is an episode of an AP. It's brought to you by patrons. The patrons are like, but maybe not entirely like, Architect 10, Black G, Carlos Dragon, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Chisel LaFay, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss, Hunter, Leave, Guest, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenya, Rogue Robin, Trevor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob Saint, Thean, and the Crow. If you like, we do want to see more, consider joining the Patreon. Like the patrons who listen to these APs and do actually like heart them and stuff.
Thank you.
So,
for that.
you know, they exist. Thank you. Okay, all right. Let's see, I got all my dice. You guys got all your character sheets.
Yeah.
We've figured out the story tracker again, and it is set to 5s. All right, let me mute the server for a few hours so I get less notifications. And basically, you guys have slept through the eventide to another day, another $1. So if anybody had any strain left over, go ahead and wipe that. I don't think you did because you took a big, long rest before this.
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to have any wounds left over because some of you were beaten up by crows, you can heal 1.
Don't think I took any wounds.
Yeah.
I think it was just me, and I got
Took a bunch of strain.
That's
This
okay.
parry
You
is
took
awesome.
several naps. But no, I'm just saying, if you got any of this stuff, the stuff happens to remind you about the natural healing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mortis doesn't need to sleep, and at some point you were going to take your shovel somewhere and attempt to shovel clay, so...
Well, I did that. Yeah, I did that last night. I was gonna go to the literal shittiest part of the land I could find, and just dig a hole.
So, go ahead and roll me an easy athletics check. Dig hole.
Okay, athletics. I have that skill.
Yeah.
I also just have Ron.
Well, yeah, but I also have the skill.
Yellow dice are good. Easy checks are easy. All right, yeah, you're able to relatively harmlessly dig down a couple of layers of soil and find some of the sort of clay you're looking for. So you
And
can
then
make a
I will
mold. So
fashion it into.
Yeah.
Well, I'll need 3 molds. I think I need the jaws, the spring, and the I don't know what they call it. The pad.
The
The
plate.
pressure plate. It's okay. You can
Yeah, the
you can
plate.
fashion a mold for the iron. So, now this is one of them role playing type questions. Are you gonna try and in the middle of the night fire up the furnace and clang on some pig iron to make a metal jaw trap, or will you perhaps wait until
No,
morning?
I will wait until dawn for that. But
right.
I will make sure the hole is redug and the molds are formed well.
All right,
And I will
fair.
actually collect the pig iron into a pile.
Yeah.
But
you
not
can find some scrap iron. We've talked about this, old horseshoes, other stuff.
I'm not going to start
There's
the clay.
also a pile of old busted spears, but that was
Yeah.
what Leona dug up last night for pikes pits, spike pits, pit spikes, grammar.
It's pit spikes for the spiked pit.
Something like that.
Something resembling those things. So you probably shouldn't use those, but I assume they're in a pile in the little forge area next to the barn anyway. So you guys sleep and awaken. Possibly are awakened, as some vague rooster-like animal crows the dawn, the cock-a-doodle-doo, and Mortis, starts ting, ting, like he's a fucking Skyrim NPC.
Well met, Kingsman. And
Ting,
what?
ting,
Oh, you're awake.
You're finally awake.
No, thank you.
yeah, you just go downstairs and he says that. You're just like, whoa, flashbacks. Anyway, all right. So it is morning. There is probably a light breakfast of, thin pancakes and honey being served in the manor. Otherwise, and probably some porridge. There's always porridge.
Always porridge.
What kind of grain porridge is it? I don't fucking know, but you can put, grains in water and heat them up. Porridge. But you have awakened and are ready to start your early morning plan. As I believe was mentioned last time, it is a little foggy in the morning, so there is a light fog clinging to the ground. It does mean that there is concealment 1.
Cool.
Also, the ground is kind of wet and stuff because it rained some last night. What are we doing? Other than that, I know Mortis is going to clank a trap.
All right, well, if Mortis is going to clank a trap...
Well, I assume I will have a point where I have to just wait for the iron to melt, so I will go to the planning session when that happens.
Sure.
Because iron doesn't melt in the day.
Yeah.
Like
there's little time bars and whatever going on.
Timer's ticking down. But, I assume that we're all going to gather probably in some sort of room or outside. I don't care. And we discuss how we should take on said Dire Boar. It's a big lad, probably bigger than us, and it has a bunch of smaller kinds of its kin milling about. We mostly
may or may not have ads.
Yes, we have mostly figured out where its location is, so now we have to figure out exactly how we want to tackle this. It's like, it has been ill-advised that we do direct conflict, and usually what that means to me is then we basically prepare traps in an arena for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a bit out of character here and say, while we can do a lot of traps, I had this discussion with Omega earlier in the week, we should not go ham with traps.
Well,
yeah,
I was just
going to
make
like balance-wise. If you guys can really cheese the boss, and you might not, because I said this myself, I don't actually know if it'll work that way, because as we like to say these days through these APs, hard checks are hard. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
But if you do get really good at crafting traps, that probably means I need to adjust the trap rules. So,
I was just going to make the single iron jaw trap.
I just wanted to make the single spike pit.
Well, that's the thing about the spike pit. If it does fall into the pit, and it probably will be able to make those checks. But if it can't make those checks, we literally can just stand on top of the pit and stab it, and just rain hell upon it. It can't do anything. It completely invalidates the boss's action economy. I'm not saying we're not going to make a spike pit, but it's not going to be I don't think it should be our initial strategy.
Fair.
We designed the spike pit to more do damage than to actually immobilize the thing.
Well, there is a spike trap, which is simpler. That's just you, and Lucky even talked to me about, the descriptions and stuff. That's just you put some spikes on some kind of release mechanism so they poke people. That can be, in a tree, in a bush, in the floor, whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
That's easier to spot and avoid, and you guys don't know how easy it is for this creature to notice traps. You didn't really go toe-to-toe with its vigilance pool in the middle of the night last night.
No, I just felt
Leona. Leona,
Yeah.
Heard it rumbling around and was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go any closer."
I feel like I'm good tonight.
Yep.
I still think the point is we should still try to get something to bait it. So I think we find out what to tempt it, or we make a luring flag.
Aren't okay? Genuine question. Aren't I the bait?
No.
No, you're meant to be busy.
I mean, you can challenge, but that's only at short range. They're talking about how do we get it to a specific location we may have pre-prepped with traps. I mean, you could. Do you think you can outrun a Dire Boar? We could kite him.
No.
Yeah.
So perhaps best we set up 2 locations, one of them where the bait and trap will be, and then another location where we're going to engage it.
I think we could probably set up... I think 2 locations isn't a bad idea, but I think we should probably set up... We have one area where we set up our initial flask, and probably a few spike traps in the area. And then try to... Well, actually, I guess that's the other question, mechanically speaking. How do we make a enemy engage into a trap if we're in structured combat time?
So that is one of the options on... Or maybe it should be a couple options. Let me double-check the table. Some of that is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any triumph result when you're making an action against a adversary in a trap area, you can put it into the zone of the trap.
Oh.
Otherwise, it is mostly a narrative thing with the placement, and in
Mhm.
regards to engaging objects. I didn't write anything specific about like manual triggers, but we can assume also that you can, like hypothetically, as an action, if you've got the right kind of armed trap, you can like cut a lever or pull a switch. Just means you'll have to, arm it correctly. So, for instance, if you want to work at the watering hole you found the other day, that I said is, got stands of both knocked over and standing trees. It's got the pool of water. You could be like, all right, we hide the spike trap in these bushes on the left, and we hide a pit in this open area on the right, and then one of you, stands near the pit trap, and when the boar tries to engage you, you're like, all right, I, jump across the pit trap, or if you guys actually can
Well, yeah.
take the
Well, no.
time to figure out. Lucky talked to me about like pressure stuff. That is an advantage option, by the way. You
I
can
mean-
make it very specific
Yeah.
triggers.
Yes.
My idea initially with the Iron Jaw trap, which is one of the reasons I wanted to use that one specifically, was just to have the trap set up somewhere in the vicinity of me, and then set the luring the beast to basically an open area where I would be, and then when I draw aggro, it would have to the trap would be between me and it.
Pretty basic stuff, yeah.
That is pretty basic stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, that does put you into the direct line of fire, though, and I don't know if we want that.
I can.
I mean,
I
rolling
think I
for
can.
tank, he's
I
pretty
think
tough.
I can handle a couple of
What's your
I
total
don't think
soak?
a boar has any melee range, right?
What?
No, it would not have any melee.
Or sorry, any range.
Yeah,
any
there we
range
go.
Be
attack
engaged.
is what I meant. Then in that case, I have 3 defense and 6 soak.
That's pretty.
And
tanky.
what, like 17 wounds?
I think I have 15 wounds.
I thought you bought another tough.
Oh no, I do have
Yeah.
17 wounds.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to telegraph too much, but I don't think it's physically possible for me to one-shot Dallas with just.
I mean,
damage in
you
that
can
case.
one-shot me with crits.
Because let's
but
see, it's 17,
Yeah, but he has to crit you though,
and then there was 6 soak.
because he has to.
So
wound
that
you
would
with
have
the
to
crit.
be. I would have to do 24 damage. I don't think we're doing that.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I can
That
take
is
a
not
good
the scale of
couple
this.
of shots. I just the reason I prefer to the iron trap more than anything is just because it's mobile and it's easy to move around.
Yeah, it is fairly easy to set up.
Yeah, fair.
Now, it's not the hardest to detect, but once you've got it set in place, it is of median, middle of the road difficulty to make and set. And its primary purpose, as I've written the rules, is it does a decent amount of damage, which is piercing, and then it immobilizes the target unless they can break out. And if they fail the check by a lot, they may in fact take an automatic critical injury. Also, I should note, I have put a note in the rules, and we will probably at least be piloting that element where I'm going to be nice to you and let you roll. When you make and set traps, whoever sets the trap, I will let you your roll oppose the NPC. So they're not just rolling like straight 2 or 3D. It'll be whatever your trap setting pool is.
Gotcha.
No,
So
yeah.
in-
The definite and I'm glad you wrote it like this because this was my idea. Immobilization is what I care about. I don't care so much about the damage or anything. It's to keep it from going after one of the more smaller and squishy members of the party, who may explode if the boar touches them.
Engaged of it. I don't know.
That doesn't matter. Boars are fast.
Well, so we also got to remember the terrain that we're going to be moving in, because mechanically, I do believe that Omega did say some of the area that the board trumps around is considered difficult terrain.
Yes,
Yep.
up by where you think its nest is, there's like an open muddy area like south of those trees where you think it has like a little hole or something it sleeps in.
Mhm.
That counts as difficult terrain because it's
Leona
muddy.
might just, I guess, hide in a perch in a tree there. Honestly, if we set it up in a location.
I mean, that's your build, but
Mhm.
yeah.
But-
I mean, you've seen that these guys knock down trees, so I
I'm
think
ready to jump.
Mortis's plan has some merit to lock it down because I don't think you want to be knocked out of a tree by a dire boar.
Oh, for sure.
No,
The
so
thing I'm the most. Oh, good. Go,
No.
Lucky.
Oh no, I was just moving the conversation forward. So if you got something to say,
Oh no, I do. Yeah, it was just basically the thing I'm the most worried about a boar, because I mean, Omega, stop me if I'm wrong. Boars are pretty famous for goring and charging.
yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was trying to mention.
that's the
That's
thing.
the
That's why I wanted the bear trap, or the iron jaw trap, because if I can take that off the table, I'm like, it's not going to be easy, but I'm much less worried about it just being like, you've done enough damage to me this combat. I'm just going to gore charge you to death.
I also have
The
hamster
reason
so
why
I can also try
boar
to
spears
mobilize
are
it again
made the way
too.
they are. But okay,
Yeah.
it sounds like we have a rough plan.
Well, I wanted to like kind of hammer it down.
Yeah.
Do we just want to stick with the single iron jaw trap, or do we want to set up some spike traps and the pit trap? Like, how much trap do we actually want to set up?
I think the pit trap sounds like overkill, personally.
I can do this.
Keep in mind that there is you can reduce it to a minimum of 1 hour, but there is a default number of hours this takes up in your day.
Well, if we could still probably use the spear traps. I mean the spears and spike traps if you want, and those are relatively quick, and we can just set them up in the air in an area so we can activate them if need be.
And I think because the spike traps are low, you can use survival to make them.
Yes.
As opposed to a
they're
pit
very
trap, I
simple,
think you would
yes.
have to use
That's what I was doing,
mechanics.
just twine and sharp sticks.
It's why I was gonna do like the pit trap or that, because I can do survival for both of those kind of things.
Well, no, pit trap would be mechanics. It's hard.
No, it's
No, it's based on the
How you make
actual
it, not-
narrative complexity of the trap.
Oh,
I think the
yeah,
update is just survival.
it's digging a hole and they're jamming some sticks in the wall. Then you,
And then
No,
putting
that
something on top
a
of the
ranger
pit.
can accomplish. It's like if you wanted to build an automatic crossbow, you would require mechanics for that.
Yes, but I'm not making.
Or I don't know if your wizard wanted to craft a detonating glyph.
But all right, so
sure, make a
wanted
daunting
to bring
arcade
this up
check. Let's see what
as-
happens.
To put it up is because Leona probably has to ask this to Renju. So what do you need to make a luring flask?
Any mob parts?
That would be the easiest, yeah, if you've got any mob bits. What kind of food does Porter have left in the icebox?
not. Let me pull it up here.
You got any meat in there still?
Nope, I was planning on foraging meat.
Do we still have that fish?
Nope.
The frozen fish? No, God, no, that's long gone.
Okay.
What's in the icebox? We got eggs, milk,
That's
beans,
fine.
pepper, flour, salt, some healing herbs, some syrup, and my ration bar dungeon rations.
I can probably
remember
ration
this.
a bunch of different meats.
If you
oh,
Oh no, sorry. I was actually gonna make a lunch comment, but no. If you want to actually talk about your recipe for a learning class, go for it, please.
I just remember that when we last week when we were up at the hole, there was some mushrooms that they had been munching on. Give me some of those, and those could probably be substitute for any sort of meat.
That is also true. Yeah, they were noshing on some wild mushrooms and roots.
Did you use all of those mushrooms, Walter?
No. You guys didn't pick any of the mushrooms.
guys didn't
You guys
pick
got
any
scared off by
mushrooms.
boars.
Yeah.
I had asked to see if Porter could make them grow more, but he couldn't actually do that. So
Apparently, I was thinking of the ones from the burrows.
Yeah, no. Those are you guys turned that into food. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
was your lunch that day. You stewed
That was
them up. But
that was wild stuff.
Alright.
the drinking hole mushrooms are good. So yeah, if somebody wants to, was
I
it
can
like
do
an
that.
hour hike? Yeah.
I can do that.
one thing I would like to bring up is what were we planning to do about the additional boars that might accompany the creature?
Those would probably be best to handle in just direct combat, probably.
Ryan, you're probably better if you just try to lightning bolt them.
Probably.
I mean, I was going to be trying to do that to the large boar to kill it, but
We're
But you'll
we're
be-
literally
if
doing
you-
the MMO thing right now. Who's gonna handle the ads?
I mean, I've always done the ads, but it's also because it'll be engaged with
I
Mortis,
was-
so...
just wanted to
Many
bring up that
whelps.
if we could do at least something to scare at least some of them away, it might make things easier in the long run.
True.
I mean,
I played a little softball last time, but actually taking enemies out of a combat in a social way, because you can intimidate wild animals, but you're gonna need to
I don't think
work at that with multiple checks.
Yeah.
I don't think
they're probably gonna feel pretty full of piss and vinegar with their big buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say, as long as the boss is there, they are probably not going to get scared
Once
off.
the boss is
Now,
down, they
if
might
we,
leave, but otherwise.
Well, yeah, that is an option we have. Like if we're getting too overwhelmed by numbers, if we DPS the boar down hard enough, once we kill it, the mini boars will likely scatter.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
honestly, I think it's a coin flip. Boars can
that's
be
also
fucking
true.
Boars can be kind of pissy creatures.
It will
That is
probably
very
depend on
true.
the exact context of the moment. Like, if two
Yeah.
of you are lying bleeding out on the ground and just Mortis is standing there,
Yeah.
the other guys might be like, we can take this one guy.
But if the boar explodes at a giant lightning bolt, then maybe they'll leave.
True. Yes, if you have some big flashy.
Galileo!
Also, Master Ryahn, I will most likely need your help for this because I think you out of character. I think you have mechanics, right?
I do have mechanics. You have higher actual skill, but I believe I have a higher intelligence. So
Well, yeah, but you could give me the extra green dice.
Sweet,
I was
sweet
gonna
green
offer to help
dice.
anyway. So
You want guys to do that? And then
So
I'll
yeah,
go
they
do the
they will need to
scavenging.
take a maximum of 3 hours to fashion the iron jaw trap.
Yeah.
It'll probably take like an hour and then some change to go
Yeah,
grab some.
Well, if it's going to take you 3
because you got to hike back.
Well, if you got an hour, can you gather some mushrooms and see if you can get some meat? I want to make pork
I'll see
buns
what I
for
can.
lunch.
I'll see what I can do.
Sadly, a lot of smithing is. All right, now we gotta wait.
It's
No, makes
usually
sense. It's all timers.
it's usually very particular
pound,
phases
pound,
of the
okay,
important part.
reheat.
Yeah.
Hit it a bit. Hit it a few
Alright.
times.
Well, if nobody else has anything they want to address this morning, we can start with some skill checks. And we can, because again, you're going to have some hours of loosey-goosey time that's not necessarily 100% filled, other than Leona needs to be walking and hunting.
I get a.
We
I
can
always get a-
backfill if there's something you forgot. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of water.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't think anyone can give me a buff.
I mean, I can give you my Landstrider buff. I don't know. Is it if I buff him and I maintain him, does like distance actually become an issue?
I don't remember. I think. Let me actually read what concentration says. Because concentration might say while they're in range of the spell. And if it doesn't, then technically no. So long as you're sitting somewhere keeping your prayer up, it works, I think. So let's see. Is that no? It's toolkit for alternate rules for magic.
Oh, magical.
Magic actions, maneuvers. So where is concentrate? Da-da-da.
Index
Maybe
says 218.
yes. Spells can be sustained. Concentration lasts till the end of the. That's the next turn. Is none of the description. After they perform the action, they can until the following turn instead. They can be sustained indefinitely by performing. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. They have to maintain in the range of the effect. Just they have to be in the range
All right. Well, I will.
while you cast it.
Then I will slap you with my Landstride blessing, my signature skill.
All right.
Blessed to me by Verna for
it
walking
do?
mini lands.
I go to your roll. We'll see what it does.
Well, yeah. I'll explain what it does here after I actually make the check here. So let me see here.
So this will be a signature spell.
Yep.
You remove 1 from the difficulty, and can remove any other difficulty caused by your implement.
Yep. So let me see here, and then
We had plenty of discussion about how signature spell works. It's cool, but specific.
all right.
I'll reveal my signature spell later.
Why? Why me? Why?
Well, you rolled all success, buddy, and no failures.
Yeah. Okay, so
Jesus Christ, hold on. What? Yeah, go ahead. Describe this. I gotta dig up that table.
More golden pig.
Maybe you should save it as a PNG.
Hypothetically.
No, I'm right there. I'm right there. Lucky, go ahead and
If
describe
someone
what's going on.
forgot to. Never mind.
So, Landstride, basically Porter is going to. He makes a gesture with his hands, places his hand on his shoulder, and he goes, "Remember, she walks with you, Landstrider." And basically, from the ground, little leafy tendrils come up and wrap all up your legs, and just kind of glow there. So basically, this is an augment spell. So you are adding a green to everything.
Cool.
You also get divine health. That means your wound threshold and strength threshold go up by 2, and you have haste and swift. Haste basically gives you a free maneuver, and swift lets you ignore difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain, and also you can't be immobilized, I think, as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talent Swift doesn't say that, but
No, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, no, this is the spell swift. The spell
effect is called Swift, and it does give you the Swift talent effect, but also extras.
Yes.
Yeah.
to make sure
so
that my brain
I'm
can
going to
skip it.
spend all 4 of that threat because I think it makes the most sense. Basically, we're gonna do it doesn't take effect for a minute narrative time twice, so you gotta charge it up for a couple minutes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stand around. It's a nice little bit of fluff, but it does kick in eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So just to double check, it's a green to all checks and then
Yes,
double
you increase
movement
your ability
and then
by
no
1.
mobilization.
Swift, no mobilization.
You're gonna have an extreme case of the zoomies, my dude.
All right, cool. Just making sure
You
there's
are
those 2 things.
fast. Also, you feel way better about your life because divine health is cracked. It's what? It's based on your no rules, right?
Yes.
So what's that? +2?
Yes.
Yeah. +2 threshold.
But I basically have to give up my maneuver. Like, I can walk around and probably do simple stuff, but if I do anything complex, I have to make a concentration check. I think they say it is. If I get too distracted. So
I guess just go sit down and smoke some pipe weed.
I'm out of pipe weed. I had a bowl, and the hobby knocker had a fucking bowl.
Fair.
We're outies. We haven't had time
All
to
right,
replace.
I'll go roll to forge then.
Drink some more milk. Okay. Yes, make me
the
an
traveler
average survival
traveler's
check.
charm gives me disadvantage. Yeah.
Free advantage. All right. You can indeed scare up some meat. Once again, probably, game fowl.
Meat and some mushrooms if it can.
Yeah. Well, you were gonna be able to get the mushrooms no matter what because you know exactly where those are.
Right. Yeah.
You just go to the watering hole and gather them. But you also wanted to pick up some meat, so you get some raw quail, game hen, whatever, pheasant. And, you got a couple successes. You can return with a couple of birds and a pack. Probably somebody from at the farm, the manor house, gave you a burlap sack to put the mushrooms in. You just tie the pheasants to your belt like a baller. And honestly, because you are enswifted and have augment, you can probably accomplish this a little shorter than we think. So it will probably only take you just most of the 2-ish hours you've got blocked out. No real extra time.
Yeah.
The birds were very surprised it's such a quick human.
Yeah.
Or dragon lady.
I don't think they know. I don't think they saw what it was.
Well, also she's got a bow, so it's a very long range, right? All right, now it is time for Team Trap to build me a better bear trap. Roll me a hard mechanics check.
So with Master Ryahn assisting me, it is I would do YYGPPP.
Yep.
You also use a story point if you want it.
I think I will.
If you want to upgrade
Make it 3.
I think I would like to use a story point.
All right.
Did you down?
So that upgrades your. Well, you could actually. We've had this discussion before. Can you use? I don't think story points decrease the difficulty when they downgrade. Wasn't that a thing we found out somewhere?
I do not recall.
I wasn't aware that story points downgraded at all. I thought they only upgraded.
Yeah, I don't know. They might have even changed it for. Let's see. Where are we? Core mechanics.
Sorry if I forgot. It's just been a few months. If it's been
God, fucking. Good old games and things. Not skills. Where the Fantasy Flight / Edge. Where the hell would we even put story points in this? Difficulty? No, that's the tasks. Building a basic dice pool. Modifying the dice pool. So there's a lot on how upgrading and downgrading works.
Story points.
Okay, here we go. How story points are used. Helping hands, call on Destiny. You can turn a Destiny can also be used to help keep characters out of harm's way. Players can all fade to make points. Yeah, so you cannot decrease the difficulty. You can only upgrade or upgrade the difficulty of a check targeting you.
Oh, okay.
Then there's also special abilities and talents, and then luck/Deus Ex Machina.
Gotcha.
So I can't use a story point.
No, you can.
You can
use
make
it
it a
to
green and a
increase
yellow.
per check.
Yes,
So-
you can upgrade
Okay,
your check, which
so-
means you swap that green, that one green you have to a yellow.
Okay, so it's 3 yellows, 3 purples.
Yep.
All right.
I'll go mark this.
Ye success with advantage.
All right. Well, you have
First
one
time I've ever gotten that.
advantage.
Okay, I have. There's the advantage section on the trap thingy.
Yes.
Uh,
The only thing for one advantage is add a blue to your next mechanics check.
that's actually great for me. So,
Yeah.
and that
Whenever you take your next mechanics
doesn't
check-
actually fade. So
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
that's
narratively,
actually-
like if it's like 3 days later, I'm probably not gonna let you get
well,
the
yeah,
bonus. But I'm
probably
probably
gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to heal after this boar fight, and that's
Yeah.
my healing check.
Alrighty.
So no, that's baller.
And each additional success reduces it by 1 hour to a minimum of 1 hour. So that means it only
Takes
takes
one
an hour with the two of you working together.
Yeah.
Much clank. Porter probably sitting in the corner
thematically,
looking, watching.
Ryahn would be kind of talking over with Mortis about magic while
Yeah.
we're heating metal and stuff like that. So
No, I would also say probably thematically, Ryahn would Ryan would probably be focusing on the springs and more like delicate things, while I would probably be focusing on the jaws and the pressure plate.
Yeah, big hammery stuff.
fair enough.
But yeah, you've strung together an iron jaw trap. You can set it.
Okay.
You've probably got a cord or a length of chain and probably an iron stake that you didn't have to make, somewhere. Like I said, Porter is busy concentrating, so he's probably sitting around watching. While we're doing the pre-prep, is Nanashi doing anything in particular, or is he just
He's just
doing his thing?
he's just getting his his alchemy kit clean for when he has to make that lure.
Getting that prep work done.
Scrubbing bottles, cleaning alembics, boiling water. Can't go wrong with boiled water. All right, so a little bit after the iron trap is done, Leona shows back up. She's got, burlap sack full of mushrooms and a couple of pheasants.
Hand one's
So-
to into your hands, one's the other to Porter.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so you can take those mushrooms.
Now she only takes maybe 2 mushrooms, that hands the rest back. Hands the rest to Porter because he did ask for some mushrooms for meat buns. So
And if either of you probably clean up the you actually do the prep work, the cooking on the pheasant meat, that would be turned into you'd probably have gizzards or something left over.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, with the gamification of the economy, it's not like a 1-to-1 with actual cooking, but there is probably a process of taking raw meat and turning it into good eating meat that results in some waste product materials that you can probably use for alchemy stuff too.
Basically, when I activate my my cook skill, I have to process the pheasant meat into chicken breast or whatever, and then when I make chicken breast, there's chicken guts or something on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll take my fowl meat, then I'll give the fowl guts back to yes, fowl guts, perfect. To Nanashi. So there you go. This should raise the right. This will rise the right stink.
Oh,
Give you
you're
all
not-
your
you're not wrong there.
raw materials. So I would like, in that case, Nanashi to make me an average alchemy check, and you have the kit, not the lab, right? Yeah,
that is
well,
correct.
I think that just means that you can make the check. To get your bonus, you need a whole ass lab.
Yep.
But
So-
that's very
I
heavy.
don't know if anyone can
Now
help
she
him.
want Ryan's help.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Okay.
Ugh.
Use my 3 intellect.
All right.
That's good. That's at least going to give me an extra grade. So,
You could always spend another story. Nah, he's rolled. Never mind. All right, decent.
It's made.
You've succeeded with a threat. That is, as we like to discuss, that is technically how the results are supposed to work. Okay.
I think this is gonna take like 2 hours.
Porter is going to ask the Lord if he can borrow the kitchen.
He's like, oh, of course.
All right, cool.
Of course, my friends. I see you are all hard at work this morning. Wonderful work ethic. I have known some men in my time who are not so industrious. I'm trying very hard not to become Etsy Auditorium.
I mean, just wait a
Mel
week.
Lagana is supposed to be more Spanish than Italian.
That's fair. Just
Oh, that
wait. I
reminds me,
guess
I gotta
wait till a
finish
month and then
Boared.
we'll get there, and then you can just do that accent.
There's
Epinachi.
gonna be a lot of bad Italian accents if you guys go further south than the Polish League.
I joked about that lots of, it's like,
Yeah.
we'll just go to south and we'll go to
Mamma
the
mia!
Hey!
My Arcadian school, though.
Oh, finally, I actually got a good cooking. All right.
Damn, yeah, okay.
I make
Which is actually
I'm making enough pork buns for us and the Lord's household. That's what my advantage is. I actually make more than.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of them are probably lean a little heavier on the mushroom than the the pheasant, the poultry. But
Why did this tree just come? Oh shit!
Dallas
Sorry.
is having a problem. Sounds like a personal problem. But yeah, so lunch is prepped.
Fuck's a juboku.
And you've
Anyway.
got your singular allure flask.
Okay, not my best work, but hey, this is the first time I've made something other than wine, and even then, jury's still out on whether that bottle's good.
All right, actually.
I think I'll use the threat to just have Nanashi suffer one strain. As you said, it's very smelly, and you're not used to this, so it's a little stressful.
Let me.
You probably want to go breathe some fresh air after this, because neither of the alchemy results for one threat makes sense in the case of allure.
All right, let's see here. Well, let me mark.
Oh yeah, it's a hard discipline check. That works.
So let's see here. Sorry, I am.
Is that count under? Where the hell did I put that one? Allure. Allure flask. Okay, it's a potion, not the poison.
All right. So
Tells you
I guess the thing is like where we pour it.
use-
So
I used flour. I probably used a fair amount of salt. I
Yep.
used forage meat in that. Water. I think
now
that
should
was
we
it.
try to make the spike trap and put it on that or not?
Well,
Or
I
just-
as the way I understood it when Mortis talked about it earlier, and we were kind of going the direction in, is you'll use the lure flask in the vague area of where it operates, so you can lure it out where it will be in like visual range of Mortis, and then naturally, being a Dire Boar, it will see an armored man and be like, "Fuck that guy" in particular.
Yeah, just have the,
And-
yeah, the trap's in front of him. Yeah.
And the trap will be between the lure and him.
All right.
Mhm.
Now we should probably we should probably take those broken spears and go get a few, maybe some young saplings to use as our I can't think of the term, but basically it's the bendy point that's gonna fucking that's gonna whiplash the fucking spikes.
The fulcrum, the lever.
Is it the fulcrum? Okay, I wasn't sure.
I think it would be the fulcrum. It's
think
one of the,
Leona-
that's one of the
yeah.
simple machines.
I think
Yeah.
Lord and Porq could put like their heads together to make the trap. Yeah.
Yeah, but so we should go find the area that we're gonna go set this all up,
so I guess
and
let's
go
go.
set up some
Is
spike
it-
track.
So basically, your rough area goes like, and obviously, you could set it up in other places like in somebody's field, but I don't think we're going to do that. So your basic run is you've got the watering hole that gives you, the pool of water. I don't know if that's any good to you, but it exists. But there's also, shrubs, stumps, actual trees, and like knocked over trees. So that can all be like cover, hiding places, trap spots, whatever.
Oh, it's that. thing.
North of that, there is then kind of those like muddy, hilly plains. Those have got like some reeds and some grass, which you might be able to hide in or do other stuff with.
Oh God.
Dallas.
Sorry.
But that has the difficult terrain thing. Oh, actually, by the way, Porter, do you drop concentration when Leona comes back?
Yes.
I
It's
thought
probably
it was
good because you want to go make food. But
Yes.
Yeah, go.
but yeah, so that's a big wide open area near the stand of trees where the boar is from. That gives you that kind of opportunity. You could also try and circle around the boar's nest and go into that like lightly forested area near where it hangs out, which is a little more compact and close and shaded. But that means you would have to like go out of your way around it or like sneak by it, which I don't know if you guys want to try. So that's my cap on like the 3 good areas you've got. You've got the watering hole kind of like valley area. You've got, some muddy and marshy flats, and you've got the stand of trees. What do you think sounds best, team?
I think the flats, because the third area I could probably like scout out. It's a bit foggy, might be a bit easier for me, but
I
everyone else can get there.
I would be the most opposed to the marsh area.
Well, yeah, because that's difficult terrain, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also that has
Yeah, people who are just, hide in a tree and fucking shoot might not have a problem, but everyone on the ground might.
Yeah.
So, I personally am for the watering hole. It's a fairly close location, so it won't take us as long to get there. And we do know that the boars do go there on occasion, so we might not have to do too much fucking work getting them there.
Sure, I can just throw the flask nearby, and it'll probably go up at least.
And like I said, it does have the assorted trees and cover and stuff that we can probably set up pretty well and have a good position. So I think we should go to the watering hole.
That's fair, because I think the third area, it's like I'd have to go navigate that a bit more, and that could go a bit
It has
long.
its advantages, but is somewhere you haven't been before. So everything has positives and negatives.
Mhm.
Woo.
Yeah.
So watering hole, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go start surveying to figure out how we're gonna handle it.
Nice. Nobody seems to be objecting. So I mean, it's still early-ish morning. You've probably got an hour or two of fog left. Do you want to just go down there now and start setting up?
I do, yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
the fog stuff a bit.
At least Porter and Leona will head out. The rest of you want to head out ahead of time as well?
Let's see. Mortis, there's nothing else that we're gonna need like the forge for at all, right? We're just gonna make the one trap.
No, yeah, I don't think we'll need the forge for anything else.
All right, then might as well head out with everyone else.
All right. Team packs up all their stuff, and you head back out. You arrive at the watering hole. You know where to go. It's just like I said, it's a little foggy and it's a little bit of a hike, but you gotta take your time. But you're there. So you have the iron jaw trap on you. You have the lure flask on somebody.
I'll
Leona
carry
said
it.
she would throw it, so she's probably carrying it.
Yeah. So I guess in this case, think about positioning, and I guess let's try to make the other trap, and then think about how we're gonna do it.
Like I said, you got some, theater of the mind. We can be a little loosey goosey. You got some shrubs on the right, some shrubs on the left.
What do you think? How many think we should set up? Like 3?
Keep in mind, each one is minimum 1 hour.
But they're average checks, so...
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably make them 1 hour, but it's just something to remember.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Though you never know, you might.
Well, let's just go with one at a time, and...
Let's just see how it goes first.
Yeah. So... Alright, I have the axe. We have our spear points. We have wood. I'm pretty sure we... What was that, Aren?
Using survival on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So... I do believe we have all the tools we need. Scary. But, Axe, what is your intelligence? I mean, your cunning survival?
My cunning is 3. My survival.
I didn't hear.
My cunning is 3. My survival is 1.
All right. Well, my cunning is 2 and my survival is 2, so we will be 3-2 together.
All right. You want me to do it, or you want to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
He has an axe.
I have an axe. So we have no sorted bonuses. So we roll.
No, there is no bonus charm to the trap. Ooh, you got triumph though. That's a good roll.
Let me go
again.
check this fucking table.
I mean, I think the obvious one is when you successfully set a trap, you can set 2 traps at once. But you may want to do some of the other specific stuff.
Yeah, no, let's go with
It's like base damage by once.
Nah, let's set up 2.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 traps, and
And that only took you an hour because you rolled an extra success as well.
yeah, cool.
So, like, righty shrubs and lefty shrubs are now spiked.
Sick.
Do not step into the shrubs.
And then I guess you put the bear trap between the shrubs.
Yeah, I kind of assume, and Mortis can decide exactly what sort of spot he wants to sit in. Like, does he want to sit on a log? Does he want to, stand menacingly in a clearing, whatever? But I assume yes that you kind of set the spike traps to kind of bracket the iron jaw trap, just in case things get weird.
Yeah, and so basically you just know if you want to do some damage, just sidle over to a shrub.
And they also might catch some of the little buggers too.
Also true.
Keep them from yanking around.
Right.
So I will go for a second one since we only took an hour.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
I make it quick, but
A little something. My yonder chart. All right, I'll spend both of the T results because the 2T result doesn't work because you're using survival. Well, I guess I could damage your axe, but that I don't care about that.
Oh.
So we'll make sure this one, wherever you put it, gets a blue die to detect. It's a little more obvious. And Porter, because you made the roll, you suffer 2 strain or 1 wound. Your choice.
I will go with the wound. Ooh, the
All right.
spears. They sharp.
Yeah.
those brambles were actually sharper. They were-
Cut yourself. You poke yourself. Maybe you get some splinters in your thumb.
Oh.
It's tiring work. So where are you going to put this third spike trap?
Well, since it's easier to see, I guess the one's probably going to be more out in the open. So by the watering hole, I guess.
Okay.
So that's 3. That took 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. And you've already taken a couple hours in the morning, so the morning
The
fog
fog's
is probably
gone.
starting to boil off.
All right, so, what's not a good place to put
It's
the
nice
bear
and
trap?
mid-morning. The sun is starting to rise. There's nary a cloud in the beautiful spring sky.
Nice. Well, we can go. Like we were originally planning for making 3 checks, and then we could probably break for lunch, and then actually get going on luring the boar over here or something. Does that sound good?
I hear no objections.
I hear no objection. So we going. One more roll.
So,
So this one's gonna take 2 hours. So yeah, this is definitely taking us to lunch.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like 11 o'clock.
Let's see here. What do we get for 2 advantage? Oh, that's for disabling traps.
make it easy, harder to.
Yeah. We'll add a black to this one.
All right. You learn your lessons from the last trap.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where does this one go?
Let's see. So we got shrubbery, watering hole.
Put this one like where I could like. It's
You
like
want-
locked on top of a tree, and I just send it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like under Leona's tree.
Yeah, let's put it under Leona's tree.
Okay. So basically, in my mind, and I could draw this in MS Paint if anybody's having trouble, but I'm imagining like we're kind of building like a diamond of traps with Mortis in the center, and basically the bear trap is in the front. There's the 2 shrub traps, spike traps flanking. There's one kind of behind him at the watering hole, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then where would Leona want to? Where in this triangle or diamond would Leona want to put herself in a tree? And then that
It was
trap
on
is under
like
that one.
I guess if these were like the top half of the diamond, I imagine it's like left or right side, I guess, of the whole diamond. Look with the.
Okay, so a little off further to the side. Okay.
Cool.
Just pick left or right for the sake of keeping track.
Left.
So you're on the left-hand side. There's a trap under you.
All right, cool. I like this.
Try to
Lunchtime
get
then,
out of the
probably?
tree and then go.
Right.
Ryan is probably finding a spot towards the back of the diamond for just kind of
Uh,
have a good view of the whole area.
I will be
What,
posting.
what would you prefer, a stump or a fallen log, Ryahn?
A stump is fine.
All right.
I will be staying with Morty. I'll be on a 6.
Okay.
I imagine I'm doing the thing of like, I have my shield like on my half, but I'm doing the like sitting cross-legged pose,
Okay.
just waiting.
But before we all set that up, it's time for lunch.
Yeah, let's have lunch, and then I'll go out to go.
I have, well, they're not necessarily hot, but they were made this morning. Pork
Fresh.
buns, quail and mushroom, wrapped in batter and steamed, It's quite nice, quite nice. Assorted herbs and spices. Totally a secret, don't you know?
Of course.
Yeah, the question is the question with all pork buns. Does Porter remember the correct order is in all the buns?
Nope.
So you may end up with one bun that's a little more quail or a little more mushroom.
It had some, I don't know. It adds
At
some
least
adventure to
you
eating
didn't do the thing that I joke about in the guide, where you made savory and sweet buns at the same time.
No.
them. That's a whole other.
No, I made.
I mean,
like, Porter, steamed and cooked his mushrooms, cooked the quail, mixed it up, and then just start putting bits of it into each with the herbs and spices.
Each clump.
Yep.
Yeah, just scoop it up, roll it in the batter.
Mm-hmm.
Steam them together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's a pleasant meal.
Yep, I did leave a good assortment, a good number for the Lord and his staff back at the place if they want something to snack
Good.
on.
I think he's probably got about a dozen or so on staff, so nice big helping of buns. And you guys all sit and recover. Let's be nice and let everybody strike their strain from this morning.
Oh, sick.
You have a meal and a sit down.
Nice.
That definitely helps me.
So it's game time.
Should I go make the stealth check to go get close so like put the lure?
Well, you don't want to get too close and set the lure, because remember, the lure, you got to bring it to you. So if you go too far out.
Oh, sorry. I was probably gonna go like, I guess the opening, not I guess clearing, but like the opening in front of where we're facing all the traps, and like throw it a bit in eyesight.
You can throw it about short range.
All right, so I'll just.
So you're just gonna like kind of go to the edge of the team's sight and just huck it.
Yeah, and then just I guess run back.
All right. So Porter's in the pennant square with Mortis. Leona's in a tree. Ryahn has found a stump. Nanashi, where do you want to camp up in this arrangement? Card?
Sorry, had muted because I was nomming on a sandwich, but if I'm thinking about this diamond, sort of in the eastern quadrant, sort of diagonal from Leona if she's in the northwestern part.
All right, sounds about right. Okay. Actually, in that case, so yeah, it's probably in the ballpark, but not quite the exact area, because Ryahn said he was more directly to the right or left. All right, you guys are all set up. I will roll some checks for some guys secretly, because they will have to see if they are disciplined.
I wonder if she used a story put in this to make it harder for them to resist it.
You could.
No, I don't want
know
to
if
give
that's
them too many
necessary.
story points.
If you want to throw me more story points just before the boss fight, sure.
Nah,
we're fine. Everything's fine. All right.
We're all fine here now. How are you?
Okay. All right. It's an interesting check. Then what do you guys get? Maybe should have put that up a little higher, but okay. Oh yeah, geez. Okay. All right. So, what? Definitely, Mortis and Porter see, and probably Leona because she's got a height advantage. Is she throws the lure flask on the ground. It kind of explodes into a little yellowish green cloud that kind of like has little scent lines come up from it. You know the one. And kind of hustles back to the tree, and you guys wait. Maybe 5 minutes, and you do not initially see a dire boar, but it looks very similar to the pack of boars you saw at this watering hole earlier today. 3 of them kind of up and start nosing around at the site, which does start to make it start dissipating. Do you have any immediate response to that? Or are we going to wait it out?
Honestly thinking. Yeah.
Well, if you kill the boars, it might draw the dire boar.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a blast spell at them.
Alright, you
Because
get your first go.
I don't want them getting into the trap.
Fair enough. They are probably at... would it be... Actually, I'll ask. Keeping in mind it's a slightly loaded question to ask now, but Leona, would you say you were standing at long or medium range when you threw?
I was
lure?
probably medium.
Okay. So
Because
they are at medium
I was
range
expecting
from
that if it happened, I would be able to run back and not.
you. Yes. All right. So the minion group is currently at medium range from you.
Yeah.
So you'll probably need to take a range upgrade.
I mean, I will probably be moving towards them, actually.
Well, you don't want to move too towards them. You don't want to accidentally step in your own trap.
Well, I was going to make sure I step in front of the trap. Is that something I could do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess you could... You mean like to engage them now, or... because
To make sure none of the tiny boars trigger
yeah,
the
okay.
Iron Jaw trap, basically.
So you want to... Well, in that case, I'm going to make you roll initiative, because you're going to be moving around.
Oh, yeah. No, I think this is a very fair to be initiative.
All right.
I will... Is this vigilance? Because they did kind of come in here first.
No, this is cool. We were
but-
waiting for something to show
no,
up.
you have been setting an
Oh,
ambush.
boy.
This is indeed cool.
Oh, boy.
So you guys roll your cool. I will roll for them. So
I
that'll
put
be...
this after. That's not.
Wow. Damn.
Well, shit.
Go places tonight.
I need to get some feet. Get some time. Go.
Wait, why didn't my... Oh, I put a space.
Yes, the robot does not like spaces.
Yeah, no, I thought.
Ryahn is our only hope.
Well, I mean, card is already...
Well, it's
Made a
true.
pretty
There's
good
one right
effort.
after. Oh, hey. Okay, PCs break ties, so...
So you get your one.
I would like to request the first initiative.
It makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
You're going first, yeah.
Yeah, I go in front of the trap,
That is a maneuver.
just so they can't...
Scooch about at short range.
They can't trigger it. And then I will fire a blast spell at them.
Alright.
Let me get the spell cards out to see if I want to add anything else.
They are medium, so you gotta do at least one. You can add blast for free.
Yes, I can add a blast for free. So... Yeah, I think that's just all I'm going to do.
Okay. Just gonna huck another arcane firework at them.
Yeah, there's just going to be a bolt of arcane blue energy.
Yep.
Just no.
Be gone, boar.
Alright, so I go
Sling some dice.
Y. BP. Nope, that's one L.
Very
That's a
good.
pretty-
Okay.
Success with try.
Yeah.
So if I do
okay.
a critical, does the critical affect all of them?
No, that just eliminates one automatically from the minion group.
Well, you actually want. Don't you have to spend blast? Spend advantage for blast?
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think I will.
Or you
spend
could
the
try to
triumph.
activate blast. But hold on, let's calculate base damage first. So what's your intellect?
Intellect is 2.
Okay, and rod is +2.
+3.
+3. Okay, so that's 6 damage. So they do suffer a number of wounds.
And then I will activate the blast quality.
Okay, what's your no rules?
3 or no 2.
Okay, it is still +1, so that would be 3 damage. But they are boars, so they soak it.
Okay.
And you have one advantage you can spend to like give another guy a boost die or something.
Yes, I will give.
I think it's one. It's only the next person go.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's the next
Yeah.
person going.
So you have
Okay.
to
Yeah.
turn.
Whoever
Whoever
next
acts
person.
next. All right. The boars are bunkled.
Oh, and then I will stow my staff and draw my sword.
All right.
As a free action.
Fair enough.
'cause- Yeah.
All right. All right. They're gonna go. They are going to spend a maneuver to go from medium to short. Let's see. Now the question is, do we suffer 2 strain to do this? Because that'll be wounds, but they're pretty tough, so... Yeah, sure. We'll suffer 2 strain, which becomes 2 wounds because they all have 1 pool, to gain an additional maneuver to engage with Mortis, and then they will use their action to tusk him.
Okay, please add 3 black dice.
Yeah, you've got defense. Okay.
And so
So...
I have defensive 3, essentially.
do you also have like defense on your armor, or is that true?
Nope.
That's why we get this stuff. If then.
Oh wait, no, I do. I have defense 4. Sorry,
Yeah, it's 4.
I forgot.
You have defensive 3 and then 1 defense in your armor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I have 1 defense when it comes to range attacks.
Yeah.
It's only
And
melee.
also
I have,
general purpose for spells, because we track that down, because the defense rules continue to be confusing.
Okay, so the defense does count for spells?
On your armor.
Only the one from your armor. It's very
Gotcha.
weird. We'll get
That's
into
fine.
it later.
That's fine.
It's-
That's fine.
Yeah. So, every single, and to explain to the audience at home, and if the players who weren't part of this conversation, every NPC usually delineates that they have ranged and melee defense and split them up. And like when you're designing adversaries, they can like basically have defense for free. It's part of just their general threat calculation. The way the core rulebook describes defense is that you can have 3 kinds of defense: general, melee, and ranged. And it doesn't really say how that works. So a magic check that is a attack spell is a combat check, but it is not a ranged or melee combat check normally, so you don't, involve some of those other rules. So you do get some defense, but not your specific ranged or melee defense. So, like, shields I don't think count, and some other stuff like that, but, like, your armor just says it gives you 1 defense, so it does. It's a little weird. Anyway, I'm going to roll some dice now. All right, a failure.
Hey, it paid off.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, these 3 boars, they're a little more annoyed than anything else, but they run up to you and they start just trying to like, nip at your heels, push you over, kind of charge you, but not really. They're not putting their full emphasis on it. You just interpose your shield and they kind of bounce off and kind of scatter around you and are kind of like make angry boar noises. And that's their turn. Now all of you go.
May I go? Because
Sure.
I have precise archery, so I can shoot into this without getting a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finally all breaking out our good skills, because I got to shoot with a shield on.
Right. So I think I'm in the tree. I think I'm just gonna aim and shoot.
Yeah.
Because I think I had my bow out already.
That sounds appropriate. So make sure.
Any defense on their end?
No, but I want to make sure you're activating precise archery correctly.
Oh, and making range combat targeting a character engaged with ally downgrade the difficulty of the check.
Yeah, but is that in the text box? Because you know how talents work, right? And it's not always the thing. Most of them just say use this talent, and you don't know whether that's a maneuver, an action, or an incidental.
Oh, okay. Can you dig it up?
P. Precise archery. That is a... Oh, no, it is indeed a passive. Okay.
Because it has a win condition, so I thought it
Yeah,
would.
when making a ranged combat check, yeah, it doesn't say you use this talent, so yeah, it's just there. Okay. That is a very good talent. Yes, you do just downgrade them. So no, they have no defense. They were at medium range from you, probably,
So that'd be
because you're in the back, so it's just average.
I think that's just it. Huh.
Not like that, you're not.
I'm just all blanks. Okay. That's just... Alright.
Actually, wait.
I
Oh, wait,
feel like
yeah,
you
I
just
forgot to do
shoot me at that point, right?
No.
No.
It has to be
It's a failure with advantage. No, it's not that bad.
Actually,
Okay.
I never blue, actually.
Yes, but I was gonna say you forgot a blue from the other stuff.
I mean,
That's
Okay,
not
it's
it.
fair,
two
but,
failures.
Okay.
So you have an advantage, but yeah, no.
And next person.
Leona, I don't know how much experience you have shooting from trees. I know you're a ranger, but you were expecting to shoot something very large. These are not. So
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think
kinda
I had to. I think it like bounces off his shield because I tried to shoot something that was behind him, definitely in front of him.
Careful.
kind of whips over his head, bonks into the back of his shield, bounces off.
Verily.
Okay, that was your activities, unless you want to
Nah,
burn
I'm
some
good.
strain. So
Nah, I'm good.
the whomst.
Ryahn will go.
Okay.
Just kind of bewildered there. Like, holy shit, that was so bad.
Give kind of a brief glance over towards Leona in a tree before starting to chant the spell. So they moved closer, right? So they probably be within medium of me now since I'm in the back. All right. I will not be using my signature spell, but instead be using my other one. So I will be triggering rapid fire.
Here we go.
One of those becomes a red. It will aim.
Auto fire, good for minions. Blast also normally good for minions, but requires probably more than like 2 points of blast.
All right, I got 2 successes, 2 disadvantages, and a triumph.
Okay.
So I will do, that would be 9 damage, and I'll use the crit to eliminate one of them.
All right, 9 damage.
I do have 2 threats, though.
4. Okay. So that'll be 2 boars.
So there'd be no advantage left?
What?
I have 2 threats, so for you to do
No,
whatever you
what
want.
did Axe? What did you say?
He said he had 2 advantage and 2 threats, so it's like, wouldn't I just cancel each other?
No, he has.
No,
he
I
has
said
2
I had
threats.
2 successes and 2 threats.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
And
So
then a triumph, so.
in a burst of lightning, 2 boars in front of Mortis are just evaporated, just kind of, and just puff into smoke.
Free
Some
boar
tusks
meat.
drop, some meats drop.
Yeah, boar meat.
They are
we're
already.
eating good
steakified.
night for dinner. We're eating good meat tonight.
There's
Good
also
one,
some
master.
There's also some boar hides. You do in fact get 2 boar asses to drop.
The only part that wasn't burned.
And then
Everyone gains 1 point of morale.
Somehow that's why I'm confused. I'm like, wait, hold on. I had a book here a minute ago.
The worst isn't when you get the boar asses drop. The worst is when you have to get something like eyes and they don't drop.
No, yeah, it's the boar livers and other things that you're like, why does only 1 in every 5 boars have a liver? Is there something going on?
Why do
here?
I need horse hooves? But this horse only drops 1.
Or
It
the
has
even
4
worse
legs.
one. I think the worst one was feathers. Why are there so many featherless owls?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like destroying them with a gun or a great axe, there should at least be like 3 or 4.
Or a fire.
Yeah, if you're just nuking them. Well, anyway, okay, we're looking for.
I should get some
magic
leatherworking
again, 'cause I
tools.
closed all this.
Do I have that on the list?
Right.
I don't think I do.
I know you talked about it.
Let me double check here.
This might actually matter. If the character's using a magical item, it becomes damaged 1 step.
You overcharge your
32
staff.
Too much lightning.
Yeah, your staff is a little smoky. Crackles. But you nuked a couple boars, so good on you. That was also, by the way, very loud because it was lightning.
Real lightning.
His fist was full of lightning.
Maybe some thunder.
Any further actions from you, or are you good? You gonna?
No, I've taken all my actions, so
right.
I'm done.
Whom's next?
Me, I guess.
Yep.
What's the distance here?
You were right back with Morty, so they are short from you.
Right. Then
No,
I will.
medium. Oh,
Everybody
right, no,
trap.
short. They moved up.
Yeah. Well,
It's okay,
we.
he can engage around it. Just know that you guys are in the zone with the trap, so that 1 threat result can do the thing. But anyway.
Yeah, I will just throw a spear from where I am, I suppose. Yeah. Earth Spear.
Yep.
And since and Morty is engaged, correct?
Yeah.
So that's Repa.
Now we talked about this. You can aim. It is a combat check, so
I will aim. And I will just, brandish my holy symbol.
well, we're doing good tonight.
We are doing good tonight. Oh,
When I
what's your
fail, everyone
dab
else does better.
well, let me double check here.
I mean, you did great at your foraging check earlier.
But that was the one that mattered more, honestly.
So
Honestly,
it's
kinda.
4. Heck, I think hang on, let me...
Maths.
Triumph
Our
with
one weakness.
spellcasting, I forget, does that let me add like an additional modifier or something? I forget.
No, you need a talent for that.
Okay.
Are you attacking
To
it?
activate some extra stuff, but
Yes.
you can crit.
The crit just kills them. A minion, though.
Yeah, but I thought I
if
had
he
to
wants
have, but I have to have the
No. You can always crit with a triumph with the attack spell.
Oh, okay.
In
Okay.
fact, if you don't pick the one that gives you a crit rating of 2, you have to activate with triumph only. So yeah, you could just be like, nah, fuck it.
Okay, yeah, no, let's go. Nah, fuck it.
All
I'll
right,
just-
we don't even do math. Just
Kills
Porter
strength.
just kind of holds up his holy symbol and stamps his foot, and just Earthbender style, mud and rock spike just kind of jets up under the last boar and just kind of does a backflip and then explodes into more guts and stuff.
That
Sick.
sounds like it'd be cartoonishly funny in like a morbid way.
It is kind of video gamey.
Sorry.
And then the Shadow of the Colossus music starts.
Oh no!
Oh, boy.
Uh,
All right,
as the Shadow of the Colossus music starts, I will get behind the trap.
No. Isn't that how this works? We're still in initiative. I will now roll for the boar.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the Dire Boar will roll its vigilance pool. God damn me, fucking out of sync on my keyboard. I'm trying to type roll and I'm like off by one key, so I'm typing pool.
I know that feeling.
Okay, so it's roll, and then it's got.
Oh lordy,
Okay.
here coming.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
we
so
get to go
two slots
that's
beforehand, don't
actually
we?
in the middle, yeah. So
PC, PC, NPC.
oops, I typed NPC twice. But so the initiative tracker looks like this now, and the Dire Boar, being silhouette 2 and being, what you'd expect. It is a huge pitch black boar with like blood red markings across its fur. Its tusks are huge and look stained with old blood. And it does in fact have like extra spikes on like its nose, its shoulders, its back. It's bristling with quills. It is terrifying. I would like all of you to make me a hard fear check
Oh boy.
What
as
is
it,
that?
rumbles over the hill and just kind of.
One.
Oh, discipline? Okay.
Yes.
I think it's cool or discipline.
I always thought it was just
Uh,
discipline, but
No, just
It might just be discipline. Let me look at the list.
I mean, I'm definitely using discipline, whatever
Tones,
it may be.
horror.
man,
fear
I
check.
just love having lots of threats.
Mine is just a discipline check. Okay.
I am very middle on that opinion.
Verily, I don't give a fuck!
Okay, all
That's,
right. Yeah, no.
Well, and I think, yeah, there we go. Have!
Wow,
we're
we're all
succeeding
doing
with
it
threat.
today. Well, that's
Alright, how
good
did
because
you-
there's a good result for this.
Oh boy. Only 2 threat this time, so maybe it's not that crazy. We'll see.
Oh lordy, this will be interesting.
Oh, I was going to ask which Shadow of the Colossus boss music, but I think Revived Power is the appropriate music for this thing.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
music?
so, revived power. I think it's one of the like iconic Shadow of the Colossus ones.
Ah, that's what it's called.
There's a few good ones. Okay, so Ryahn gets failure but with advantage and threat.
Ba, 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 'Ba. 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 '
Once again, you're slightly killing me, guys.
What?
The chart is like, this is a good result for failure with threats. This is a good result for if you roll triumph. This is a good result if you fail, but with some advantage. Okay. So I mean, it's pretty easy for most of you who succeeded, but with threat. I will pick the adrenaline rush option. All of you are like, oh shit, it's here. He's big. So all of you suffer 3 strain, but you add a blue to your next check.
What is triumph?
Because you are freaking out a little bit.
Freak out.
Additionally, the best result for Mortis, I think, is, because he got that triumph that way, is fearless. You are no longer a fear of boar. You do not have to make further checks from this source. Assuming that Dire Boars is not your fear motivation.
No, it is not.
Okay.
That applied to me too. So
Wait. Okay.
As well.
Is the Dire Boar wearing Crusader armor?
No.
Okay, then yeah, no.
Dire Boar is not your
Fine.
nemesis.
I wouldn't be
Listen.
fucking on the Dire Boar.
Listen, I just have to ask because that's in the rules. I'm looking at the
No,
chart.
I
It says
understand.
you should not apply these results if the source of the character's fear. No, fearless says it's good for succeeding with triumph. If you fail with triumph, nah. It's just like what I feel like we hastily rewrote these rules and we forgot to include the important dimension of the game, which is what happens if you fail but with advantages and stuff.
What if you got everything but successes?
Yeah. So I think for a simple failure, we will go with the aversion result. So Ryahn, you are disoriented. But I will say, because fuck it, you can be fearless as well. So you don't need to roll any further checks against this source of fear, because I don't know what the hell to do otherwise.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
More scared of the unknown. Now that I actually see it, it's terrifying.
Aversion.
Less
You are
scary?
unnerved and distracted. You're thinking about, man, I'm short. This boar tall. But he's way over there, so it's not a problem, right? It's not a problem.
That's the worst thing that could happen. It couldn't possibly run over to me and gore me.
It's gotta get through like
things
4 traps and
Mortis.
like 3 other player characters.
It's like, good luck. I'm behind like 3 other PCs.
Good luck. I'm behind 1,000 traps. The boy is just like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, luckily, despite the fact that you'll notice it has a very good vigilance pool, just a heads up. This is why I said I would let you guys be opposed. A couple of you get to go first, so.
I will take the first slot.
Sounds about right.
But because both narratively and mechanically it works.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to buff?
Well, I mean, you could take the second slot.
All right.
Well, he's not going to rush in and engage it.
Yeah, no, I'm going behind the trap.
Yeah.
And then I will... Okay, I have to...
So you reposition
I'm going to be
source of your
casting
entrap.
at this.
All right.
I'm going to do my quick swap.
Okay.
Because losing 1 defense shouldn't kill me. Famous last words, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say this is where if we had better editing on this, there would be like the possible smash cut with the grayed out screen to.
Yeah,
It
come back
literally is,
to
like
this.
mattering.
Smash cut. That's when Mortis knew he fucked up.
Yeah, I'm going to cast a deadly shot at this thing.
So just a normal attack spell, but with deadly.
And vicious, vicious 1.
Should be 2. Your rules is 2, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, vicious
Yeah,
2.
it's always based on your no rules.
Yeah.
This is why being a huge nerd helps being a spellcaster.
Oh, no, wait, no, my no rules is 1.
Oh, it is?
So
Okay.
vicious 1.
Then that blast definitely didn't do anything to those boars. Those guys had 5 soak, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Chunky.
Well, this is vicious 1. And...
Alright. Does
anyway.
Deadly give you the crit rating, or is that a
Yes, it does.
Okay.
The
so
attack gains
crit
a
is
critical
2.
rating of 2 and vicious 1. What does vicious do, out of curiosity?
Plus 10 to the crit roll for every rating you have, so more severe crits.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm just gonna shoot a spear of ice at the thing.
Okay.
Just going.
Is it an
Have at
adversary?
you, foul
Yes,
beast!
it is indeed adversary 1. So you will need to upgrade this once. So make one of your purples a red.
Okay.
It is a humble adversary 1.
What? Red is just R, right?
Yes.
Just R.
And
I
I
believe
say,
also
have
some
at
works
you,
'cause they
foul
challenge
creature! Come at me.
Pachoo!
Nope.
You could use it to give like 2 boost quarter.
Well, I'm just gonna be buffing myself. Well, so you might want to.
Well, no, I'm just gonna use it to heal 2 strain.
Fair.
Yeah,
Very
before
fair.
you cast, and then because you cast already, so you heal that, and then you take the 2 strain again, so it replaces itself. But you're not going down.
Yeah.
Stasis. Yeah. So you fire this ice spike, and it just kind of whee
Mhm.
over its head. Not really used to this kind of spell. Kind of.
I will make myself look as big as imposing as possible.
If you succeeded with a crit, which is funny.
That is true.
Kind of hard to make yourself look big compared to that thing, Morty.
Yes, but it's easy to make myself look big compared to you guys.
You know, you do the classic trick. You got your rod out. You bang it against your shield. Clank, clank. Warriors, come out and play. Yes, there was a B in that. Anyway, somebody go next. Take
I
this
will
from
go.
me. Okay.
I will cast Landstride on myself.
Okay. Roll those bones.
Oh, and I get a B because it's my first action.
Adrenaline.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adrenaline rush.
That's all I needed.
You're buffed.
Success.
Will you concentrate now or later? Because remember, the spell doesn't end until the end of your next turn.
No, I will just let it go now. But what I will be doing is I will be pulling out an energy potion from my potion belt.
Fair enough.
I forget, is using an item's an action, correct?
It is a maneuver, yes.
Actually, since I have this effect, can I use since I get a free maneuver, can I use it if I don't use my concentration? If I use my concentration the next turn, it'll still keep up, right?
Yeah, no. You keep
Yeah, so
that.
I will actually spend my second maneuver, my free maneuver, then to quaff this potion, then.
All right.
And bring my strain down to 2!
Right. You
Alright.
heal 5 strain. That's your first energy potion of the day.
First energy potion of the game.
Yes, but for purposes of tracking, it's
Yes.
like painkillers, but for stamina. So
Yes.
Are they like blue colored, or are they more like?
Of course
like,
they're blue.
yeah,
Oh,
they got
they're
blue.
electric
It tastes
blue.
like blue raz.
Ooh, that's good.
That's. I mean, technically, you can have some variants. I do discuss that, like, you could just like slam back a can of coffee, but energy potions are absolutely blue and definitely taste like blue flavored, soft drinks.
Clearly keep
Color man.
Or alternatively, they taste like the color blue, like cough medicine.
Or just some candies.
And then health potions are red and taste like red.
Sometimes cherry.
Hey, no, they just taste like Robitussin. I refuse to believe anything else. It just doesn't.
Hey, that's that good shit.
Uh,
Okay, all right. That's all of your special porter activities, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. The boar shall go. It shall spend 1 maneuver to go from medium to short. It will spend another maneuver to attempt to engage with Mortis. But first, let's see if it runs into the trap. So, what's your mechanics pool, Morty?
My mechanics pool is 3 effectively. Because
Was it the one at the time of making it?
that's how I read it. But
Let me actually say how my phrasing is.
I mean, if you want me to do my own, it would be 2.
Yeah.
2 yellows,
yellow.
yeah. 2
But if it's at the time of making it, it's 3 yellows.
My traps should be opposed visions versus their crafting pool. So it's the pool you use for the crafting. Okay.
Okay, so it would be 3 yellows.
Wait, no. You guys have 3 mechanics? I don't think anybody else.
No.
We
So
started
I
at
have 2
20.
mechanics. Aren assisted me, brought it to a
Yes.
green, and I used a story point, brought it to a yellow.
That's a
Oh,
temporary
yeah.
buff, I believe. It doesn't actually.
Yeah, I
apply
don't
to
think that
the-
would work like this.
Okay, then it would
That would
be
not count
2
for this.
yellows and a green.
Okay, so. Da-da-da. Does he get any special bonuses for this lad? I don't think so. No, that's only. Does get a blue on survival checks to track and forage for food, and adds black to attempts to de-stealth, so that doesn't count. All right. Do I want to? Yeah, sure. Hold on. Spend my point back to upgrade, so I'm going to roll 4 yellows versus 2 reds and a purple.
This could be interesting. Oof.
All right. So it does spy the trap. Yeah, I think the best thing here is it probably takes a strain. This is a nemesis, by the way, so it does have its own separate strain track.
I thought
So
it
it'll
was
suffer a strain,
Yeah, I would assume
but it
so.
will notice the trap. Barely.
I can still guide it into it if
yeah.
it's engaging me.
It's going to spend the triumph to get the trap the fuck out of the way.
It destroys
It
it.
scoops it off the ground with its tusk and just flings it into one of those other shrubs.
Okay, so it doesn't destroy the trap then.
Yeah, you could probably salvage it later.
Okay.
It probably
But
just got.
it knocks it out of its way because it rolled a triumph, so it's like, a trap.
Probably
Well,
Think you can stop me, the Dire Boar? Hello.
Verily,
now
this is
attempt-
not good.
To bore you.
Okay, well, it
Okay.
does have 3 black dice on this, so...
Yes. Okay, so it's going to roll its brawl pool. It's only got a couple of those. Got plenty of those, though. Average.
Only 3 black dice, though, actually.
Okay.
I enjoy you made this thing very easy, very good at just ignoring traps.
And not intentionally, by the way. I gave this thing 4 vigilance, like, long ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This
I mean,
is
it makes
not,
sense.
like,
Yeah.
me fucking with you. This is just how the rules shook out. Because vigilance is absolutely the stat for rolling traps, but
Oh, yeah, no,
it's-
that makes total
it's
sense.
supposed to be hard to sneak up on.
Or I guess also to have good
And have a good initiative, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
really, it was just it rolled a triumph,
No.
which allowed it to.
Yeah, the
get
triumph is the
Yeah.
problem, because if it didn't roll a triumph in the point of the fight, if I got advantage, I could literally lure,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
what
you
I
could
understand,
push
I
him
could
back
put
into
it
the
into the trap. But
But it's
You
gonna
roll the
scooch
triumph.
it out of the way. That's okay. You guys have other traps. You have other plans. Let me
I'll try to
see.
mobilize it.
Anything
Go
else I
away.
want to go for here? No. Okay. So we'll just see how this goes. 1 advantage.
and
Sounds
no
about right for
successes.
me. I will now be rolling with real dice for the rest of the boar checks. It'll
Understandable.
heal the 1 strain it took. It
I
feels
mean, my
very good
defense
about
did
itself
the-
as it slams its giant tusks into your shield over and
Yeah.
over again.
I
You
feel
got-
like they,
you got-
yeah,
the only reason
no,
why you're not clonked right now, buddy, is the fact that you got 2 on those defense dice.
Yeah.
So just you
No.
interpose your shield and just bang, bang, bonk.
My shield is
Thunder
doing
was
its
lying
job.
this time. Oh no.
Yeah. So yes, you don't know anything about what its dire tusks do.
Nope.
I'd
Okay.
rather us not find out.
3 PC
I'd
slots
rather
now.
if anyone finds out, it's me.
Is it okay if I try first?
Good.
Go ahead.
Alright,
Oh,
let's
and
check out-
actually, I didn't specify, but I'm thinking, should I? Hold on, let me double check my notes. Did I write down that I should use the double nemesis with this? It is a single boss.
Oh, just where you just add another slot for it at the end?
Yeah,
Makes sense
it was
to me.
technically meant to be kind of solo. I don't have it in my notes though, so we'll let it ride. He's a tough boy. We'll see what happens.
I think we
If
did
he doesn't,
beat
if
its
the
ass, so-
not getting an extra activation fucks him, that's my fault. So go for it.
Okay. So I need to double check on hamstring shot. So check that. Fits.
I believe you declare that ahead of time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's an action, but let's me do a special attack action.
Yes.
So I'm going to aim with this.
Alright.
So add the extra, so it would be 2 blue.
It's fine.
Fuck,
2
right.
boo. It's boosts. Two
He's looking
boo.
super-
I'm thinking if I want to double aim. Can I even?
Keep on
You
writing
can
on
double aim. You gotta take some strain for that. It is also still adversary 1, so add a red die that is not removed by your special.
Question is then, because of the time, does that mean like if I still hit the critical failure, it still counts as me hitting him because that's what it is regardless? Or would narratively it make sense that I don't? It'd be a different thing.
I mean, you don't get the penalty, but let me actually reread that section. Combat.
I was just curious if in a narrative context would it count as?
Because technically, precise archery doesn't say that it stops that part. It just downgrades the difficulty. So, let's see. Making ranged attacks at engaged targets. Target engaged with another character, but the target both enemies and the attacker doesn't worry. But if they're an ally, might be more dangerous. When attacking a target engaged with an ally, the attacker upgrades the difficulty of the check once. In addition, attack check succeeds, but generates at least one despair. That despair is automatically spent to hit the ally. So yes, that part still activates because precise archery doesn't remove that penalty.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna double aim then.
Yep.
And then it is it'd be red and a purple.
Yep.
Is that back?
Nope. I don't have any defense.
I'm gonna mark down.
He's just a big boy.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I assume he just has a shit ton of soak.
So,
Yes, he's pretty tanky and has a decent
so
wound
that's
pool for your
5
current
strength.
level.
All right. So in this case, it's not gonna do damage, but I think I can still crit this. I'm gonna read this talent out.
Well, what's your total damage?
I have to half this damage if it's successful after being inflicted. So.
Well, yeah, but then what is that number?
All right. So in this case, it would be 9 pierce 2.
Okay. So it still had. Yeah, I think that would.
You just
actually,
have
no,
the damage
I think
inflicted.
you do in fact still do 1 wound because I think we round up, and you're still pierced 2. So.
Yeah, you just have with that, and then I think I can still crit with it. But it says if the damage if just have the damage inflicted by the attack before reducing damage by the target's soak, target is immobilized until the end of its next turn.
Wait, 9 was halved?
No,
Okay, so
that's pre-half.
Okay.
So that would have to
Just
5, but
making
it's still
sure.
pierced 2.
Pierce 2, yeah.
At least I think it's 5. I think we round up for like everything.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think
we
so.
do.
It'd be 5.
Mob.
So it'll probably at least do a wound.
Yeah, it does 1.
All right. So then he's immobilized until the end of its next turn.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use 3 of that to crit.
Yeah, I think that is fine.
And then I'll use the other
It is
2
still
to
a ranged
drain,
attack.
I think.
Yeah.
So we'll just do crit and see what happens.
Because I don't think the hamstring says it can't crit. So
Do you have anything that reduces crits?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start stacking them. But
Alrighty.
I did 2 maneuvers because I double aim, so I'm just gonna heal 2 strain.
Alrighty.
All right, you guys go.
That's it for use. All right.
That's it for me.
Wizards, casters.
I'll go next because I like what I'm doing is relatively simple. Gonna try and use dissonance on this guy. I'll take the
Alright.
strain and it's gonna be
Let's give you a short range of it for that.
Yeah, but to say, what's ranges on dissonance?
medium range.
Oh, nice.
There's only one. Should I try buffing someone? Whatever. Okay, I can.
Axe, stop second guessing. It's still free damage because it's not soak reduced.
And I upgrade 1 purple to a red because it's nemesis, right?
Actually, no. This is not an attack check. So, yeah, you don't take the adversary as well.
Ah,
This is a skill check that happens to cause wounds.
yep. So
It is unfortunately only the 1, but you are successful.
So,
All right. Hey, I
It's
mean,
just
you did as much damage as Leona did just now.
Yeah, I just shot it in its leg, so it just yeah.
Yes, we know. I'm being funny.
and well, that's it for me. Just the 1 wound and I take a strain because ability. Right, you're up.
All right. Ryahn will begin using the tip of his staff to mark a circle around him and begin making intricate calculations inside the circle as I throw down my ley lines.
Oh god, you did.
I will use a story point to invoke my human power to reduce the difficulty by 2.
Yep.
Make it an average difficulty.
Humane ingenuity.
Unfortunately, I do have 2 black, but
I think this is the first time somebody's used their active racial ability.
Mine is Battle Rage. I can only do that when I'm giving people the bonkus.
I have to go
Yeah.
find mine as then because I thought I.
I don't have an active racial ability.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours is all passive. You're just.
I have
a
like
tough
8
boy.
passive abilities.
Mine is my Dragon Breath, I think.
Yeah, yours is the Dragon Breath, which I don't think you've had much call to use yet.
At some point.
All right, 1 success, 2 dissimilar threats.
I'm going all over the place. All right. Did you make sure to account for the black because your staff is damaged?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
2. I rolled 2 blacks because I'm also disoriented.
Yeah. All right, but you succeed, which does the thing. 2 threat, you say? Here we are again in the 2 threat.
Here we go again on our road.
Yeah, actually, no. We'll do it this way because it's still pretty soon, but it might actually matter a little bit. So we'll do the spell doesn't take effect until the start of the next round.
Okay.
So it takes a little while for you to juice up and kick in.
You're
Makes
like the
sense.
last one
That's
going
when
anyway, so.
I'm drawing the circle into the ground, so.
Yeah. And for the people at home, what does this one do?
Ley Lines is a alteration with the Font of Power modifier, which will increase all magic checks made within close range of me. Or the location, I should say.
Yeah.
Do you say short or close?
Sorry, short.
Here. I don't know if I'm within short of you, but...
You aren't.
I mean, you could-
You're up with
Renju is.
Mortis, and I'm in back.
But you could move to be in short if you really wanted to.
Nah, I'm fine.
But yes. Ley lines.
And then with my maneuver, I will pull out one of my energy drink potions.
Okay.
I'm tired of
Get ready to chug.
I'm already at 7 strain.
Chug.
Yeah. It do be like that. That's why I put energy potions in this system, because I knew that casters were going to be casting.
Eventually, we can have Renju make energy wine, and we'll just start getting drunk while we fight. We'll get crunk and then recharge.
No. You smoke
No.
the pipe weed to get
Fair
the
enough.
stuff back. So actually, I
Everybody
think
in the club get
cask of alcohol is if you split it, you heal 1 after a fight. I don't remember.
No, it's more. He'll make energy potions, but it'll be wine because that's what he does.
Yeah, he'll invent 4 Loco, and you guys will have a bad time.
I was gonna say it, but
Crazy.
I was gonna say it, but I'm just like, that's just for a logo.
Yeah, let's not make it this hard.
Maybe we can just convince him to
Um,
make normal potions.
But that is the end. I mean, he made a lure flask. It's fine. I don't think there's that much.
Yeah, I know.
alcohol
You're the
in it.
one saying he's to do weird shit.
Yeah, like
I don't know how we have to convince him to make normal anything.
Regardless.
Anyway, it's I believe at the top of the round. So any
well,
old asshole can go.
Porq, do you have a? Do you wanna go first, or you want me? To
Yes, I would like to go first because I'm going to slap you with stone skin.
Okay.
Go.
So your next 2 maneuvers are going to be taken to concentrate. I see.
Yes. So I spend a maneuver to concentrate on keeping my land stride up, and I would spend my action to cast Stone Skin, which is my barrier. It's a hard check, but
I mean, you got 4 story points if you need them.
You know what? Yeah. Because I would like to have additional. So what this does, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then PPP. Then I don't have any negative modifiers or positive modifiers on this. And this is just a Dire Boar, so it's not actually an evil mob. It's not an evil thing of evil or anything. So
Yeah, no.
that doesn't do anything. So,
There's no reason to add Sanctify.
wow.
Well, it had to end sometime.
I will just heal strain, I suppose.
Okay.
That's just
You're attempting to cast upon your tanky friend, but there's a lot of magic flying around tonight. There's music, there's ley lines, there's rocks, there's ice, and you can't quite focus it together to get it to work on him. Especially while you are maintaining your own other spell. But hey, you have another free maneuver because you don't need to concentrate on that.
True enough. See, I already drank my potion. Maneuvers.
Guarded stance.
Yeah, guarded stance.
All right. The stance is guarded. All right, that's all of him. So that's an action and 2 maneuvers.
I will verily request to go next.
Okay, go.
I will sheatheth my staff, or rod, rather, and draw my long sword.
Swing!
And I will attempt to gore the beast.
All right. So this is adversary.
I'm going to add a story point to this.
Okay. Been all kinds of story points.
I mean, it's the big thingy.
He is. That's true.
And that would just upgrade a green to yellow, right?
Yes. And if you happen to run out of...
Stabbing is just 2 purples, right?
Yes, but remember, one of them is red because it is an adversary one.
Right.
You're fine.
It's not evil, right?
No.
Just die.
Okay, then I'm just gonna spend 2 strain, heal and fully heal my strain up.
What's your damage?
My damage is 3 plus 3 plus 2, I think. So 8.
Plus 2? Because it should be your weapon modifier plus your brawn plus your success.
Oh, sorry, plus 1.
There we go.
So
7.
7.
So 7.
You do a whole 1 wound. We're all just doing 1.
Well, actually, wait. I don't heal strain. I crit.
There you go.
Oh, it is crit 2.
Crit 2.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll crit plus 10 because Leona already put a crit on it.
How do I roll crit?
Exclamation point crit space plus
Space
10.
plus 10.
Space. I always forget the space.
Crit
Yeah, you got it. You do have to actually space it out because commands are weird.
Plus 10. Agonizing.
That's really important, actually.
Ice.
Yeah, so you get it like right across the face, right on the schnoz, and it kind of reels back, but it can't really go anywhere because it's got an arrow in its leg.
And then I'm going to spend my maneuver because I have not done that yet.
Yep.
And predictably, I'm going to challenge it and say, "Boar, your fight is with me. Touch not my comrades."
It stares down at you with its big, golden, hate-filled eyes.
I think I have screwed up here. Speaking of which, Boar's turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't move.
Can't move,
That means I cannot take aim actions. Yes, that's because immobilize means that you can't take maneuvers. So we're just gonna attempt to thump Mortis. So
He does add a blue.
yeah.
Now you have 4 story points, or I guess just
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm
mark
gonna do
them.
that.
I go spend that one first, I guess, or no, you don't need to add it because you...
And I'm rolling with real dice now because I'm not fucking around.
Dallas, you did spend yours, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let me just...
Yeah, because it was at 2 black when I used 1.
Let me just mark that down just to make it actually what it is.
Yeah, Dallas, you actually need to type out the story.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know there was a command.
Yeah, he's a tracker for it.
Then what are you looking at, Dallas?
Darkest Dungeon.
No. I genuinely, I don't know. I didn't notice that said story points.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you what the fuck you think we would do it.
I don't know.
Playing pendulums?
We're flipping coins for no
I
reason.
thought those were weird.
God damn it.
I didn't
I think they're
ask.
supposed to be poker chips in real life, is what they sell these as. Anyway, making them a pool. So it is that many for brawn. That many for brawn. It's gonna be 3 purples now.
On a completely incidental Moe's, I have completed my boss in Box Factory. I have made a goth vampire, and I'm like, yes.
4 defense because he's got his sword. But I add a blue, and I really wish I could aim for this part, but I can't. Because immobilization. It's kind of goofy.
Immobulus.
But it do work like that. That's the point, so. Oh, let me clear space. I don't have a free tray big enough for all these dice. Let me put this in front of the microphone.
Oh dear.
Well, remember, some of these are bad dice. Okay, now Omega has to do math. Okay. That's pretty good. Damn, I'm correct. That is at least 1 success on every single good die I rolled, but how many failures? A few of those. Okay, maths.
I'm gonna laugh if this comes out to even.
Oh, isn't that, buddy?
I know.
Okay. So that is going to be 5 successes, 1 triumph, and 1 threat, actually. So it'll take a strain again.
Wow. Holy
All
fuck.
right, Mr. Man. You take, before your soak, 15 damage.
Okay, I would like to parry.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds like a good idea.
I spend 3 strain.
Yep.
To reduce it by 4, so that brings it down to 11, and then lets me soak 6. So
take 5.
That I take 5.
Still a pretty sizable hit, but
As it
you've
gores
managed to
me in
tank
the
a lot of the
shoulder.
damage. Now I have to choose. Do I want to activate a... Because I rolled threat. Do I want to activate a weapon quality or I want to do a crit? No, I think at this rate I want to, especially because you're hard to beat up, I want to fuck with your action economy a little.
Oh boy.
I will spend the triumph to activate knockdown. You are knocked prone.
Ah!
As the boar just swings its head sideways and just clatters you with like its whole head. It's not even really goring you at this point. It's just like throwing all of the mass of its giant skull at you, and you are knocked to the floor. Ow. By the way, that was a choice between a crit, concussive one, and knockdown, by the way. But I get a blue die if he's prone in melee, so.
True.
Yeah.
But just spend a maneuver to get back up, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm doing much else with my maneuvers, other than defensive stance.
But still, is good. Actually, no. Let me do the concussive then. Let's stagger, so you can't take actions, but you can still take maneuvers to your next round. As you are bonked on the head.
Ow.
Stun. And that's its turn. It can now move again. Yay!
The arrow snaps.
Yeah, it just flexes its thigh and the arrow pops out.
Ow! Verily, the boar hits hard.
As expected.
I also rolled pretty baller. That's what usually
Yeah,
happens
you
when I roll real
rolled
dice.
like you rolled one of your like. It's like I've noticed. I think your first hits on Dallas are always kind of really high.
No. I absolutely completely missed him the first attempt.
I know. I'm just thinking about the same successes on the magic attack against Dallas that one time.
Anyway, a player needs to now go.
I'll go.
All right.
Do I immobilize? It's already challenged. Like, do I bother? Just
Don't.
hit it.
Whatever floats your boat, brother.
All right, I'm gonna aim again.
Sounds good.
And I don't want to see if I can crit. I'm gonna take 2 strain. Double aim. So red, purple.
Yep.
And I think that's just it.
I believe so. Okay, now we're hitting things.
This one's not a hamstring. This one's just
No.
9 pierce 2.
All right. So that's soak 4
Actually, no,
again.
it's 10 pierce 2.
Oh, 10 pierce 2. Okay. So that's 4 soak. So that is 6 damage. You have done a number of damage finally.
I will heal the strain.
You catch it in the side, and yeah, that actual, it misses some of the bony spike plates and actually goes into its body and leaves a deep arrow wound. It kind of, but it's very focused on the staggered Mortis currently. That was your whole ass action.
As it should be.
Next.
Everyone next.
Oh, go man.
All right. Ryahn will begin casting a spell.
All right.
It is his signature spell.
But are you casting a deadly spell?
No, it's overpowered actually.
Ooh.
So this one is called Etheric Fueled Lightning Discharge. As I create a huge array above me, starting with 81 points, which goes down into 27, which goes down into 9, which goes down into 3, and then finally it fires.
Math.
Yep. Math is power. Right. So let's see.
You might call this a math blaster.
But
Somebody's
is it
gonna get that joke.
Sigma?
I mean, it's doing the circular.
How the fuck does it? Okay.
Sorry. What? I'm confused.
All right, so that's just 4 successes, so that'll be 14 damage.
Oofus. Any other special qualities to this?
Nope. I did
Okay.
not get advantage to activate stun, so
Alrighty, so let's see. 14 minus 6 soak is gonna be 8. So that's the big damage. This boar is looking a little worse for the wear after that one. After you cast scathe at it, just start its skin and spikes kind of start to boil off its body a little bit.
Good shot, master.
and then I will use my maneuver to maintain ley lines.
Alright.
I'm done.
Alright.
I love they just did this. Does he laugh too much?
Quite literally, second verse same as the first.
Yeah, it's true damage. It works.
Eventually, you get better at it.
Okay, not like that. That don't work. Well, you got 3 advantage you can spend. Technically targeted this creature with a check, so I think you can spend 2 of that to give him a black die.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
And I guess give a boost to the next person if you.
Heal strength.
Yeah, here's trying.
Yeah, just nullify the strain effect for for dissonance and give it a black die. So.
Yep. Okay. All right, that's everybody, right?
Yep.
Top of the round, a PC.
I will go.
Sounds good.
I'm going to kick Morty and heal him.
All right. Hey, if you get advantage this time, you can end the stagger.
Oh, yeah, actually, I will... What is it? Let's see here. I'm engaged, and it starts out easy. And I can remove conditions with... Let me pull up the spell cards here. Let me see if I have to actually spend advantage to do this.
As we've discussed, healing is... Yeah, actually, it might just be you add a thing.
Quality.
Healing is a little simple. Very basic. Very, very direct.
Let's see. Restoration. Selects one ongoing status effect the target is suffering. The status effect immediately ends.
Okay, yeah. So you just add an extra.
Yeah, so I
Do you
will
wish to
just...
attempt to clear the stun?
I will attempt to clear the stun.
All right. Cleanse!
Cleanse! Asuna!
Yo, no, need cleanse.
I mean, you did basically just get CC'd.
Let me see here.
Take CC, it needs cleanse.
I mean, this is how this is going.
Rogue, get the fuck out of the fire!
I'm in the tree. Shut up.
50
sorry, I'm
DKB
like,
minus.
50 DKP many helps!
okay, so that is going to heal you.
We
Let's
have fun
see.
here.
2, 3, 2. So that's going to heal you 7.
Eight.
You're no longer concussed.
Yeah,
That's
staggered.
good.
And I have 2 advantage, so I will heal 2 strain.
Alright.
And I'm still at 2 strain. Okay, so but I will spend
I
maneuver.
I think that's all of his wounds. So
Yeah, I will spend a maneuver to maintain my augment, and
Is heal
just give
5?
the boar sassy eyes.
yeah,
Is heal 5?
7.
I held 7, but
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
you're
definitely... full.
there's a reason why I literally stay and engage with you.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. And, it's also doubly good because I can parry for you.
Mm-hmm.
In case the board gets any ideas.
So
It probably won't.
It probably won't, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll just maintain my guarded stance, and I'll give the fucking boar sassy eyes. Like, what you gonna do about it?
Mhm.
But that's my turn.
Nope. Alright. I will go.
Sounds about right. You've just been
Um,
cleansed.
You can't aim melee attacks, right?
Nope, you can aim any combat check.
Ah. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about damage.
Give it a slap.
I'll just enter defensive stance for my maneuver, and then just stab it in the head.
All right.
No story points this time.
Yeah, it's fine. We're doing good.
So just YYG PR, I think.
I think you guys got this one in hand. Has the actual
let's go.
combat been about an hour, I think?
Hour 10, maybe.
We're at about 2 hours in the recording, and I think it started about an hour in.
We have some, like, aftermath stuff to do anyway.
Well, yeah, there's other stuff to go on.
Oh, boy.
Failure with 4 advantage.
Heal your strain.
I mean,
Yeah, that's something you could do.
I mean,
Keep parrying.
I don't actually have any strain anymore.
Give it 2 black then.
I'm-
Don't you have 2 strain?
No,
Or does
not anymore.
the... Because you did
Oh,
parry.
right, no, I did parry. So yeah, I healed 2 strain, and
Give it a black?
uh,
Actually, I think it's gonna versus you would be rolling 5 black, so that's the soft cap anyway.
yeah, no, I'm gonna give the next person 2 blue
Alright.
instead.
Look at me, I'm so inspiring! As you just
One
flin at it with your long sword,
horse turn.
clank it off its
Oh, I
tusks.
rolled the wrong dice pool. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh,
do you mean?
okay, that works, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
What do you mean it was different?
upping my damage too much.
It's your melee light, isn't it? It's like bronze.
Yeah, it'd be this.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean functionally
Still heal your
the same thing.
strain.
I'll just heal my strain. Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
they're functionally the same thing.
Okay. It goes again. It will attempt. It is displeased. Let's see. Actually, hold on. So defensive stance increases your melee defense by 1, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a staff, so that's defensive 1. So that's the same number of black dice anyway. This guy's probably not going to exchange another encounter with a DPS. Let's go for it. Let's try. And
It is
thump
up-
Porter.
Bring
Everything's
it!
Upgraded, but yeah.
2. Wait, actually, do I have any? It's native defense.
Well, it takes 2 setback dice because it's challenged.
Yep.
I mean,
And
You have
I-
a quarter staff, which I believe is defensive 1.
Yep. And I have a
Guarded,
defensive.
so-
Yes.
Yeah.
It also upgrades because it's the agonizing wound. So
It increases, yes. Not upgrades.
So
but
come at me, nerd.
3 purples.
and I will be able to block 4 damage for you.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Well, we'll see what happens. You never know. Okay,
Uh,
so that's that many, right? Yeah. 2 brawn. So we'll spend another story point to throw another yellow in there.
My sassy dance has proven effective.
Sassy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Help! Healer pulled aggro.
I mean, that's how it is.
It do be how it is.
it's doing a
It
desperation.
do be
attack.
like that.
Tank, do your job.
Tanks adjust!
Tank swap.
Well, he's
Wait,
gonna
no, wait, we
adjust.
don't have an off tank.
So let's
Fuck.
see.
I am the off tank. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
healer is off tank.
Okay, we have rolled again pretty well, but there's quite a few failures on this, so let's see what that tallies up to. And once again, loads of threats, so... 4, 6, 2, so that's 4 successes. And 1 threat again. Gosh dang it. And a trump.
And a trump.
Well, yeah, I'm rolling trumps, but also one of my yellows was just an advantage, so... all right, so Porter, you would take 14 damage before soak.
That's a lot.
Well, he's gonna take definitely 4 less because I will bulwark.
Yeah.
Well, I don't actually have any sort of negate damage thing, so I will just have to take that on the chin, and that's 4 soak, so that brings it down to
6.
Maybe
He's
6.
he's gonna cover you with bulwark for 4 and take his 3 strain because he's parrying, and then.
Yep. So I take 6.
I think it might be more.
So I'm at 7 out of 15.
And let us go with the triumph for a crit, but I will take another strain.
Oh no, I could just do that. Okay.
Crit. Just a free ball crit. Ah! Ow! Yeah, I think that's gonna be one of your legs. You get gored in the leg.
Oh no! Oh no! I need that.
But you can heal that.
I can heal that.
Yeah.
But I gotta wait till my next turn.
Yes. But yeah, no.
Porter go down to a knee.
Mortis manages to, you take a tusk to the knee. Mortis manages to keep it from just throwing its entire body weight on top of you, which would result in you being pancaked. But one of its tusks still just catches you right in the knee or upper thigh area. Ah, your leg. That's not good.
Oh, my bones!
At least it's a tusk, not an arrow.
I'll go.
Speaking of which, I could have aimed, but that's fine. I did okay. No, I'm not gonna. Technically I could like back up and re-engage you, but it should have done that before it acted because it does have bull rush. So no, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. So PC next.
I'd like to go.
Leona.
Yeah, swearing in Longu. I just can't think of a thing to say, but like swearing like, oh shit.
Kisama!
He's down.
Let's go for the eye, but not a call trap, but just thematically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double aim again.
Go for the eye.
You got a shitload of story points, by the way, again, because I keep spending them to bonk.
Actually, yeah, I'll spend 1 for this one.
I mean, this is how it's supposed to be.
It's a back and forth.
Yeah.
All right. Boost, red, purple. Yeah, I think that's it.
Red, purple.
Here we go.
Okay,
Damn.
so you do not strike at him, but you do get some stuff to throw around.
If I had 1 success, I would have been fine. Damn. Aw.
Yeah, it's his big red adversary dice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this boss is correctly balanced so far. It hits like a truck, but it's not taking extra actions, so very limited in its choices.
I lost my chance of doing something. But let's see.
You lost your chance on 500 extra gold, buddy.
Yeah, I did. I lost my chance of getting money.
I mean, you still got the 2 advantage and the triumph. You can spend those how you will. You can continue to eat the strain from double aiming all the time.
Honestly, I probably spend that 2 on that. And like, what could I use a triumph for in this case?
Upgrade an ally. Do something narratively good. I don't really know what necessarily you could do, but you can try and justify something. You could give it an upgrade on the difficulty of its next check because it was targeted.
What's one of the rules on making it activate one of our other traps? I forget.
It is a triumph, but it has to be in the area, and because you guys haven't moved, you're not.
I mean, the bush is right next to the bear trap, so.
It's not.
Not really. No,
right next. Yeah.
No.
We have to.
You spread out the flanks a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
We discussed that you would have to relocate to get into some of your other traps.
Yeah, and that means Morty has to move.
And honestly, there hasn't been a really good time to maybe this turn, but
that's a lie, Morty. You honestly say you don't use your maneuvers for anything?
Well, no, because the first it was only this last turn. Because the first turn I had to get up to it, and then the second one I had to challenge it. It's just after I challenge, I don't really use my maneuvers.
Yeah.
Do
So
you
this
want
last one was
to
probably okay.
Then I guess
That
in this
was
case,
the second hand.
upgrade. The
Hey
next
Ryan,
check,
we'll
or-
split it. Good luck.
As your arrow, kind of
Sinks-
thunks right into its bony skull plate and bounces off, but it
Bonk.
definitely kind of is like, what was that?
2 centimeters
bee?
too high. 2
Honey?
centimeters.
Right there, you said? Okay. And then I kind of aim for the exact same spot that Leona aimed for with my next lightning bolt.
Go for it. This guy's probably
I
not gonna.
I will aim.
Yeah.
So we'll see what I roll.
Big damage.
I'm kind of laughing. Like, this is just my luck, honestly. This is just me. This is how
This is the dice's revenge for all of the years as camo.
I've tried
I'm
so
gonna
hard to be
double. I'm
better.
gonna true aim, and then I'm gonna regular aim, and then I'm gonna activate my scope of fucking.
Man, I really miss my scope of fucking aim. And my true aims. They were pretty great.
I think Omega
I mean,
doesn't
there's a reason why
miss
some of
those.
those talents don't appear anymore. They were pretty good, but damn, a lot of
Alright.
escalation.
Well, that's two threats again. But
I've got the
I have
Loudner on my
2
gun.
successes and a triumph.
Okay.
So that'll be 12 damage plus a crit.
Okay. Well, you can still crit, which I believe we are now at plus 20 because it's got 2 previous crits because it is at 23 out of 23 wounds.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
it
wouldn't.
has
I would
not-
have taken it out actually. Now.
It has not exceeded its wound threshold, so it's still in this.
So it's now plus 20, you said?
Yeah, it's got 2 more crits, so it's plus
Unless
20.
you shoot it.
Ow!
You shot it through the leg this time again.
Yeah, you blasted in the. You were aiming for the head, but it kind of sidles its weight to the side, and you blasted in the back leg instead. It is not looking good.
My leg's not twitching from all the electricity, so.
Yeah.
All right, 2 threats.
Yeah, we're just gonna. You're using a lot of high power energy in your staff. It has now damaged another step,
Oh, jeez,
so that
okay.
adds a difficulty dice to all your checks with it.
All right.
As the wood is creaking and crackling.
What checks do you use to repair those?
The
I
same
think-
thing used to create
yeah.
it, so would use Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it also would cost money, so.
Okay.
We're just gonna get paid, so we'll see how it goes.
Nanashi, get the kill!
As
Oh,
my
let's
ley
see.
lines also drop, so.
Okay.
Well, let's hope this dissonance actually works.
It does.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Does it say if triumph happens on it or no?
No, Triumph doesn't do anything particular in this
Ah.
case. You could spend it. Actually, no, I don't think you can spend it like an advantage because it doesn't say it works like that. It would just be the normal Triumph effect, but that's gonna be 1 wound at least because it's one guy, so that puts him over.
Want to roll the crit just to be like what happens?
Oh,
Yeah, it does technically automatically take a crit, so we'll roll.
Like
Plus
30?
30.
But I believe adversaries also don't die when they reach 0 wounds, so.
Horrific injury.
Yeah. All right, so that's not enough for an outright kill, but it's easy enough to coup de grace, basically.
You want to roll with what got gored by the sound waves?
So the conflict is done.
Yay.
Roll to recover strain, everybody.
I'm gonna drink my 1 energy potion first.
I'm gonna
Sure.
roll discipline.
I'm going to cast heal on myself.
Sounds like a good idea.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Alright, that's 3 strain.
It's so discipline. It's.
All right, that's enough
It's
to
discipline
heal
or what?
me.
Discipline are cool.
Oh,
That's enough to heal me to full.
okay.
I am using my ash, so I heal 1, then take 3, then I'll use that 1 to heal another 2, and then now I will roll discipline.
So Omega, I technically don't heal any strain with a discipline check, but I spend my 3 advantage to heal strain.
No.
I can't do that.
No, explicitly not how that works. Not how
Damn
full
it.
recovery works.
Not for
Okay,
recovery
so-
checks.
No.
I mean, I'm only down 2 strain. It's not.
Yeah.
All right, and then I
Recovery
was
strength
able to
with
go 1
advantage, I
with that.
believe, is only on combat checks.
Yeah, and Usually, because the game is not very illustrative, most GMs allow you to do it on skill checks and narrative time.
Yeah.
If you want
Mr.
such a
Porter,
result.
Master Porter, are you okay?
As you see, as Green Light has fully healed him and he puts weight on his med, it's like, I'm fine. Just a
Okay.
little more tusky than I was expecting.
Yes. I'm sorry. It got through my. I don't know how it got through my defenses. I'm sorry.
Well, now that it's dead and gone and turned into materials, you see that the tusks are probably like a couple of feet long. So.
Oh yeah, the Tusker.
I will
item,
take.
yeah.
Wait, are the tusks items?
Well,
not explicitly, but you can take them as trophies.
Can I take a tusk?
well, we gotta take the tusk anyway because this is gonna be our proof of kill.
Yeah, we gotta take it back. Yeah.
And you've got a Dire Boar skin, a complete skin that is like somehow smaller and flattened out than the Dire Boar you already killed. And
Well, I'm gonna keep that definitely.
Is there like I assume there's like a small pile of like their bone and meat drops.
Yes, there's an extra large pile, and it specifically would be Dire Boar meat, so you can tell it's like darker and richer. It's separate from the little piles of other boar meat you've got. So
Who wants to carry?
you've
all
got
that?
some
We'll carry
satchels of
it.
stuff to load up on.
Yeah.
You also left some spike traps and stuff around here.
Oh yeah, we
so-
should probably disarm.
Yeah,
those.
we could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try and salvage my iron.
Sure.
My iron claw trap
Yes, you said it, so you can go find it in the bush and get it back.
because it never actually went off. So
No, it's still good.
I totally imagine that hit a tree and like activated, so it's like clamped around the tree.
All right,
That would be so
so
okay.
we got three boar pelts, one dire boar pelt.
Yeah.
I'm noting this stuff for later because, like I said, I do plan on picking up some leather working gear because I might want to make some bags or some armor.
Is it like
No.
1E? Would it be
Actually,
like,
shit,
for, like,
some
normal
fucking
boars,
dire
like,
boar leather armor sounds sick.
Would it be like 1 or 2?
It would be kind of black and red
per
too.
boar, and then like
Yeah.
the dire boar's 4E or what?
No, we'll say it's because the boars are each still 1, I think. Let me check my notes.
I'm planning on doing something with this tusk. So if
Wait,
no one
do they
objects
drop
to
one
that,
tusk or 2 tusks?
I mean, it would assume
Two
two.
tusks.
Okay. I've got a dumb idea for one of these boar tusks.
Are you making a fucking boar flute?
not boar flute, but I'm
Yeah, they are still 1.
A horn?
just a giant boar tusk didgeridoo.
It's a
That
horn.
works.
I
A
mean, I
didgeridoo-
like him calling it a didgeridoo because I want it to sound like a didgeridoo.
Yeah, but didgeridoos are long.
They are, though. Though I did just say that this thing's a couple feet long, which is not
Yeah.
quite didgeridoo length, but still pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the regular boars are still 1, so we'll say that's 1E worth of meat, and then the dire boar is still 2, so that's 2E worth of meat.
So I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? It's
You have technically 3 total of regular boar meat, because 1E for each boar, and then the dire boar meat is worth 2E, because it was still 2, so
okay.
we'll simplify things.
I will note that stuff down real quick.
Should we bury the bones or keep those 2?
I mean, what do you want to do with them?
And the main thing would be
I would.
you would either stew them or...
I mean, I
grind
could-
them.
We not just leave them for nature to take its course.
I mean, we could bury them. But things to do to bones, you can, make fashion weapons or armor out of them. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. Give me. Well, actually, no. I'll take the dire boar bones. That was a little bit of a mouthful. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
There are a lot of bones. You can make magic implements out of those.
Mm-hmm. So I'll take the dire bones. But I don't know if anyone actually wants the small
Do
boar.
you guys want to... Yeah, I don't know if you guys want the regular boar tusks. They're pretty normal.
Yeah.
No.
They're vendor trash, basically. Do you guys want to go up ahead and see what is up with its den?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so
actually, let
you
me
guys-
double check. How's everyone's stamina and health?
I only
I'm
got.
down.
Go.
Yeah, I'm down 2 strain and 0 health. I'm
All
fine.
right, cool.
I'm only
cool,
down
cool.
3. I'm only up 3. strain.
Okay, good. All right.
I'm quite all right. My staff is worse for wear, but as long as we don't encounter anything too dangerous, it should be fine.
Okay. Okay.
At most, it would be more of the boarlings.
Ren, do you have anything in mind of all like that 500 GP?
Yeah. Like worry about it later because could be just going to the party coffers.
Yeah,
If
you
you
never
wanna.
know. I mean, the tusky flutery do sounds, a little more personalized.
Yeah.
We have fun.
I will also probably negotiate with Porter for like a bone enough to make an anathema.
An athame?
Or athame, rather, sorry.
Honestly, you could, unless you're thinking of something else, you could probably make a ritual dagger out of the tusk.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh
say.
no, I'm thinking of something else with the tusk.
Okay.
What are you thinking with the tusk before?
A throwing spear. I need some kind of
Ooh.
ranged weapon.
Make a little javelin. Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
That'd be a unique one, yeah. So
Yeah,
actually
I could
have,
well, actually, shit. If I'm gonna do bone work,
probably
what tools do you use to work bone?
Scrivener's tools, actually.
No.
Yes.
I was gonna go get those at the
Scrivener's
town.
axe. That makes sense for Mortis to pick up the Scrivener's.
Boomers
Yeah.
probably would have those.
I don't know if you'd have them on them because they're not in his cheat,
No,
Look,
I meant
bone
Blue
things-
Bridge would have it in their shops.
Oh yeah, blue.
No. I definitely don't have those. But bone stuff works with my aesthetic. I feel like
Yeah.
so.
Listen, you've got a whole. It's silhouette too. It was the size of a horse, or honestly, again, probably wider. Like again.
No, it was
the-
bigger
Well, yeah. If you want to
layer
make, if you want
bigger,
me, I can probably make you. Wait, no, you don't. No, you don't want me to make it because you have to make the implements with the magic skill. I don't
Yeah.
have arcane, but yeah. So
No, I was gonna try and make it myself.
yeah, my bad. I was like, I thought when you said negotiate for bone for an athame, I thought you were gonna ask me to make it, and I was like, wait a minute, no.
No.
I'll
He just
probably
wants to
get
make sure that there's some extra stuff.
Master Ryahn to help me.
There's
but-
probably a couple of implements worth of bone stuff and probably some extras.
Well, yeah, whatever does not get used up, I'm gonna craft into the Dire Boar leather.
Okay, so you guys decide to take a little bit of an extra hike into its little hollow, its little place. And you do find a den up there. We're going to expurgate this part because we don't really need to care about time. And you guys probably want to get paid and figure out what you're doing with all this extra shit you've got.
Yeah.
And you need a cart back to town.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew
So
the XP.
you check out the woods and you go into its place, and you do find it has like a little hollow in an area. So there's like a little den dug out big enough for like a dire boar to sleep in. And at the back of this hole, cave, whatever you want to call it, burrow, you find a little small natural spring.
Oh, neat.
But there are a collection of clay and stoneware jugs that are kind of spilled around the spring. It smells like maybe somebody was distilling alcohol in there. If you guys want to know more, you can make me an easy alchemy check.
1 moment.
Yeah. Take a whiff.
I was doing like a distillery here.
Just kind of look at Nanashi.
And she probably picks up a clay jug, takes a little whiff. Oh
Damn.
yeah. No. This seems like probably part of a homebrew, but not a full kit. You think this is mostly grain alcohol? It would not be very palatable for drinking, but it's the kind of stuff you would like cut with other stuff to make a stronger drink. And you don't know whether or not somebody has like a side business out here, or they had a batch gone wrong and they threw it into the woods, which appears to have contaminated the spring a little bit. The world may never know, but this may have been what caused the dire boar to be agitated, or maybe it just smelled free booze. You don't know, but
Something to tell the Lord about, just so people
He's
know
like,
that
oh,
it's-
okay. I think I think I have what this might be the possibility of what caused that boar to go nuts because, whew.
yeah, even without Nanashi's information on the check, you guys can smell this stuff.
Well, that's not good.
It smells like it peels paint.
Does that mean that the boar was always here and then this just disturbed it, or did it? Never mind. I guess it doesn't matter.
Can
No,
dire boars be
something can
created
make
by
water source.
alcohol?
I
Idea.
put a
You just see
question mark.
she just cork this jug like. Ugh.
What was that, Mortis?
Can dire boars be created by alcohol?
No.
Okay.
No.
No,
just get-
but
it get frustrated
accidentally
by one.
poisoning a spring with grain alcohol might agitate nature enough to make a boar become dire. You don't know.
Well, on
Or
that
it
note,
could just been smashed. Anyway, there you go. Everybody can see the stat line now.
all right, I would like to purify this spring.
Go for it. Make me a utility check, just an easy.
All right,
Turn wine back into water.
pretty much. I will invoke my authority with Aqua.
Yep. That is a thing she does.
Mm-hmm.
Water to wine, wine to water.
Would I have maintained? Yeah, I would have. And I'm sorry, what's utility? Just easy?
Yeah, just easy. Yeah, you're fine.
All right, cool. I purify the land.
Oh, geez, yeah, that was a great check.
It also be more strain, honestly.
Some you know, glowing blue droplets just drop into the spring. There's a really, really echoey splish.
Okay, so
There's like the fucking, you know, the soundtrack when you feed an animal and Okami plays for a second.
Okay,
Suddenly
again,
the-
I forget the fucking order. Do I spend advantage then take the 2 strain, or do I take the
Yes.
2? Okay.
You take the 2 strain for spellcasting after resolving the check.
Okay. So I will heal the 1 strain I had for that, but everything else is just meh. And it's just a utility of divine. It's just really, really good clean water now. Really good.
The animation budget goes up for like a few moments.
Like a couple of little flowers kind of like spring to life on the edge of this little spring, and it's you know, crisp and clear and blue.
Mm-hmm.
All of the remaining jugs, other than the one that Nanashi is like corked for later, have like they suddenly are filled with water, not ethanol anymore.
There we go. Porter will cross himself. He's like, "Thank you, Storm Mother."
Or at least tell the Lord about this.
That's why I wanted. That's why I corked this one like as evidence.
All right.
Yeah, who knows who might be having some sort of strange operation out in these parts. But anyway, we got a load of meat, we got a load of tusk, we got a load of leather, and we got a load of bone. We should take it back to the barn and kip off before it gets too late, eh?
Yeah. Dinner's gonna be
It's
fun.
gonna be. Oh, like roast boar tonight. Oh, we are gonna be like, I wouldn't say kings, but maybe at least, you know, mid-level
Lords?
nobles. Oh, mid-level nobles. They can spring for this for the really good cuts.
We'll be eating like viscounts. Very
Exactly.
specific analogy.
Well,
All right, so you guys cluster back with bags full of bones and meats. There is a slight huzzahing.
huzzah!
I image like the Dragon Quest animations where it's all the party just happily marching in like
Yeah.
a line.
So, yeah, he will, you know, notice the tusks and stuff, and so, yeah, so you'll get your arranged 2K
Woo!
Everyone gets 400.
split amongst yourselves, and then, indeedy, Nanashi is the assuming none of you try to like shenanigans him out of his money.
No.
No, it's up to him if he has
You know,
something
he
wants
got the
to do.
final blow, so he gets the 500 bonus. And now we enter into a moment because Lagana is like, "Oh, you've brought back so much meat. I would love to take the bulk of that and distribute it to my farmers who've had their lands injured. You know, make sure the extra money for spring." So the regular boar meat is fine. The bulk of the dire boar meat, because that's, you know, very big and rich, he would like to take that. Though obviously, he, you know, you guys were nice enough to him and didn't piss him off. So for like, if you're willing to stay for like dinner tonight, obviously we can all have a big boar roast with the really good stuff. But he would like the bulk of it to go to his farmers to, you know, make recompense for
I'm not
their
gonna fight on
ruined
that.
crops.
I mean, if anyone's gonna want to negotiate money out of that, that'd be on Ryahn.
I'm perfectly
This
fine
would
with him.
technically be a social conflict to negotiate him down.
I'm perfectly fine with if that's what he wants.
He offers to pay you a little extra for the dire boar pelt.
Nope.
Okay, that's all right. I thought I would ask. It would go well at the markets.
By
I believe my companion-
the way, sir. Go ahead, you first.
I was saying, I believe my companion has plans for the boar pelts. So
I mean, I already told him no. We don't need to get any fancy with this.
Anyway, yes, my bard friend. If I may call you my friend.
A limb friend.
Like, that's fine. But felt like maybe if I found out what caused that boar to go nuts and like he produces the jug, I wouldn't open. No, I wouldn't open that in here because that is some real rank grade alcohol. So you might want to check around with, like, see if anyone's been trying to do a small side hustle.
He kind of takes it and says, "Interesting. No, we do not have any brewers around here. I will ask if anyone attempted to make something over the winter. But yes, that is quite unusual. I will have my my men ask around. Thank you again for everything, my friends. If you ever need a place to stay, of course, you know, bowing, waving.
I will do the bow and wave as well.
Why not?
Yeah.
Porter gives
Want to stay for dinner and get some roast dire boar steaks, or are you just going to take your 3E worth of free boars and just go home?
I mean,
I can make some boar chili.
I don't eat, so I don't care.
Look, it's like either way, it's boar. So
Yeah.
So
So you want to pack all your stuff up now and start heading back because it is you know about half a day's back to Blue Ridge.
Yeah. I'll make boar chili for dinner. Like, we'll probably get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because we're setting out. Yeah, no, because it's a day. I thought it was a day ride, walk, run thing, back to Blue Bridge.
Yeah. It's not a horse-pulled cart, so yeah, it is about a day. So you probably you'll overnight.
Yeah.
Depending on if you make up some time or not, but you're not in a rush.
Nah.
You can camp out under the stars, have a good time.
Actually, if everyone wants to get in the cart, I'll pass Landstrider on me and just pull with, Swift and Haste.
It's pretty good. That can probably cut you down a few hours. Maybe you'll technically make it back to Blue Ridge before like the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to get some rooms.
Yeah.
I said that
it's a day's worth of travel, so that's more like 8 or 10 hours.
Or we can just commit to staying overnight, and I can make some chili.
That's your guys' call.
Up to you.
Make that chili.
You do have
Yeah,
a crime spree you might want to solve back in
All
town.
right.
I don't know if you want to
We have
rush.
something.
I would like my experience before I do that.
Well, yeah, you're not. I don't think we're gonna start the question.
Yeah, no, let's let's just. Well, actually, we can probably still start. Actually, you know what? No, fuck. This is what we'll do. I will. Like I said, everyone's gonna get. Well, excuse me.
I mean,
We're gonna set out now. We'll stop for dinner, have a short break, and then either me and Morty will just keep pulling the rest of y'all while you guys relax in the fucking cart till we hit town.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if we want to stay for dinner, I can pull the cart through the night. Like, I don't have to sleep.
Also, I don't know how it's gonna be 4 dudes and
It has
It's
wheels.
not-
It's
it's
designed
a
to
cart.
function, but
Yeah.
he won't be making.
Even
great
if it's
haste,
not-
but he can still go through the night.
Yeah, I could still make a, like...
It's really more of an issue of like. Sorry, I'm fighting a sneeze. It's more of an issue of like socializing.
Yeah.
There it is. Whether or not you want to stay, and you don't have to. You've delivered the boar meat, and you've done your due diligence.
I kind of do want to, like, stay for dinner, just to, like, be on friendly terms with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll probably be like inviting the closest farmers who can make it up for like a big boy roast, and start passing out the extra boar meat. So it will be a little bit of an event.
And I could pull us through the night.
Yeah.
But here's a question. Well, all right, yeah, we probably won't all be sleeping, so we can make sure you keep from getting lost on the way back. I suppose.
Well, yeah.
You can also wow.
You can also-
Well, no,
also
I mean,
road.
it is road. Like, there are roads, right?
Yeah, I would not make him roll to stick to roads. That's just he's not going to make any
Yeah,
extra
no,
time that way.
I'm not going to do any extra time. I'm just going to
But as
roads.
established, there are 26 hours in a day, so
All right.
the
Well, I'm in
complex
this.
of
I've the
13
16 hours of light, yeah.
Yeah. So he would have plenty of dark time to get you there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You could still sleep in shifts just so that if you are attacked by boar ghosts on the road or something, if a mysterious gentleman with a pumpkin for a hat is chases down his cart, then he's not gonna get jobbed out alone. But that's on you guys. So you guys want to stay for dinner? Is the vibe I'm getting? maybe?
I kind of do, just because I would like to make, like, I feel
Make
like
connections,
it's
good impressions in this business.
yeah.
Well,
And this guy's been very helpful to us.
Well, we have E3 of Bormine. I have just enough space in the icebox to stuff it in, so sure.
All right.
And worst comes to worst, I could always preserve it.
Well, that's what the box does.
Yes, it's an icebox.
An icy box.
Maybe you get in on like
Why
the
in it?
cooking of the meat, maybe like whatever cooking skills.
But all right, so you got like an afternoon free, and you know this is a farming community, so the evening supper meal is a little earlier than you'd think because you know you got to go to bed in plenty of time and wake up early.
Well, if we got free time, Porter will go out to nearby farms and assist them with whatever like help they need.
Honestly, probably what Mile would ask you and what would be good for them was because you guys have a cart.
Mhm.
Would be to basically go around to the nearby farms and ferry people back to the manor for like the evening meal. You know,
Not me.
you run a little cart taxi service up for everybody.
If he has a spare cart,
will-
Morty and I can both do it.
Yeah. Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna.
he's a farmer. He probably has a snack
I was
cart.
also gonna offer. Are all of his sentry golems intact?
Yes, since he repaired the one guy who got down all of the
Okay.
scarecrows.
If they're all fine, then yeah, I will also volunteer taxi service.
Brian Roy wants to fix
They
his staff.
silently saluted you as you came back. By the way, they do not possess the
I
ability.
will
to
also
buzz off,
salute
but-
them. No, I will give them a knowing nod instead.
Porter will go around declaring, "Pork on wheels, get on."
Yes.
Any of the rest of you want to do anything?
Leona's gonna write down how this went in her codex.
Okay.
Ryahn will pull Nanashi aside a bit. Go. Side hustle. What do you
Yeah.
mean by that? What do you mean by that? It's a very unique term.
Oh, right. Rubian Tower, right. Okay, so
Well,
normally someone has a.
No, not even. That's not what I'm getting at. But continue.
Hustle would probably not be a very
It would be an outsider term.
common phrase for our fantasy society. Actually, what's the now Omega's going down a rabbit hole. Continue to roleplay. I'm gonna go look at the etymology of hustle.
Hustle would not be
Essentially-
used in that way at this time.
Essentially, so it has a normal business that, like, then they do something off the books to additionally make money. That's a side hustle.
And
Hustle, Middle Dutch, 17th
this is
century.
the
Yeah, that's a little bit of
term they use
anachronism.
often in the Middlelands.
I mean, there's outsiders. Outsiders could have spread the fucking term.
Well,
I mean,
out of character. That's what Ryan's getting at. He doesn't know anyone else is an outsider.
he's like, well, he's like, well,
If you don't want to talk about it, I won't press you.
You seem very keen on picking up on the. Well, actually, I'm not there, so I'm not gonna say anything.
You're
Can you
good.
butt in on this because I feel like I have a weird thing to add.
I mean,
so
you're around writing in your codex, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
oh, Ryahn, you also have memories that you don't really understand where you get them from.
I mean, I know exactly where they come from.
by the way, there are 11 definitions of hustle. Most of them are
Yes.
informal.
Well,
Listen,
you know where they
listen.
come from. I try to get where they come from.
So you're an outsider.
Technical terms, yes.
All right, I am as well.
Oh,
I have a feeling Mortis is. It is hard to tell.
Mortis doesn't know that Mortis is. That's the problem.
So, boys, this is an awkward thing to say, but you remind me of a very weird discussion I remembered once about people talking about the difference between a hustle and a scam, and I have no idea why to bring this up, but you just remind me of that.
okay. You see, a scam is something.
No,
like,
no. I more meant
Dude, I
I
still
remember
like
this I more remember this conversation happening somewhere, and it's more that.
Right. Sorry. Just like.
Oh,
Right.
scam is by the way, scam is very anachronistic. That's a American carnival slang.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't worry. I'm just happy actually. No, I'm not alone.
You want to
He kind of at that point he kind of pats Nanashi on the arm with a smile.
Well, you weren't alone after all. I mean, you were adventuring with us, so.
So I need to ask you two.
I've
So you
adventured
didn't.
with.
So you weren't told these things by the magic cactus elemental, right?
What?
Casting
What?
juice.
Okay.
Little cactus juice. It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest.
I mean, I could
Literally
go into
Leona, by the
specific
way.
details if you wanted me to.
it's
don't
It's
know.
actually a good question. Have you brought up your desert adventures with these guys before, Leona?
Vaguely. I vaguely said I crossed it. I didn't describe how it went.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Do you drink cactus juice?
No. I drank at this oasis, and then this cactus started talking to me and shit. It was really weird. It tried to kill me, I think. It was
I bet
kind
it
of a
used
blur, 'cause it
1,000
started...
Oh, shit, fuck. I haven't put a cactus in the plant.
I'm about to say it's all like, did it use 1,000 needles?
Hold on, I gotta take a note.
No,
It made a weird
If it did,
dance
you'd
with
be
me, and I tried to copy it, and it got angry, and then tried to kill me.
Yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about, but at the same time, I'm just like,
seems
and that's in
really
character, by the way.
Seems strange to me as well, but well, there's a lot of things that's strange. Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you, Nanashi.
No problem. I mean, I don't exactly hide I think anything about myself, so.
True.
No. By the way, just to let you know, I've definitely taken Aren's suggestion for my backstory as what's canon, because I think that's a really good idea.
Which suggestion was that? I can't remember.
The basically the gods saw what was happening,
Oh, okay.
and in order to blow it up, they put an outsider soul in the mix.
Yeah. And goofled him a little. Okay. All right. Good roleplay. I was very amused. Hopefully the audience liked that one. That was good character building. Okay. Anything else you guys would do while the cart service runs and other things?
Nashi would mainly just be, recleaning his alchemy kit, like looking over the Mortis, just wondering, okay, I know what I want to do with it, but I have no idea how I'm gonna accomplish it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Y'all need them scrivener tools.
Yeah.
Right. Look at them.
Mhm.
Hold on. I'm gonna Google Boartusk flute. Hey.
Probably a bit bigger than that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one's bigger, but like this is an actual image on the internet.
Well, yeah, I
From
was
the
assuming it'd be about
European Music
elephant tusk
Archaeology
size,
Project, by the way.
considering dire extremity bits are always bigger for some reason.
Yeah. You probably got, actually no. It died, so it no longer has the thing of being alive. So they're not bloodstained anymore. Yay!
No.
The bones are magically clean and white. It's weird, or it's not weird because you guys have definitely lived here your entire lives. Nothing is weird about this. We definitely didn't just have this whole conversation.
I mean, our situation is that that's a yes and a no at the same time.
And later, I'm gonna Google what a boar tusk horn or flute sounds like. Probably pretty
I
metal.
know what a horn flute sounds like, not a boar tusk, obviously.
But okay, so you get a big old dinner with people together. You know, there's a big roast of boar meat. There's probably some stew in it. Porter, are you gonna contribute to the meal in any way, or you gonna save your chili idea for later?
You know what? Screw it. I'll make my board chili.
Okay.
I've been wanting to make it. I'm gonna fucking make it.
Well, roll them.
You got extra spices
Take
here
a
too.
boost die for assistance, because there is kitchen staff here.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Come on!
I feel insulted by the dice.
Well, I mean, he is trying to adapt a recipe, quote unquote. He adapted from a goblin, so Actually, what I want to say with this is because it's failure with advantage is you don't really get your chili plans out.
Oh.
It doesn't really go chili style. It probably turns into more of
Gumbo?
maybe a gumbo. I was definitely thinking some kind of stew. Even
More
Technically,
just
what
instead of
is
a
the
boar
difference
chili,
between-
it's just a boar stew. This is the stew.
Probably really good.
Strong stock.
Yeah,
Probably actually like maybe it does end up more like a boar gumbo because you do use peppers. You probably use some onions and some other stuff, but you maybe this time you try and use a thickener instead of like whatever the goblins. I think they used bone meal in there.
Yeah, I
the
probably use
stew.
flour.
Yeah, so it's not quite what you were aiming to make. It is not the recipe you wanted to make, but it is still good food.
All right.
yeah.
Let's
No.
see here. I'm making it a lot for me, so I'll take up 2 increments of all the ingredients. So 2 flour, 2 pepper, 2 beans.
And it goes in a big old stew pot.
Is this gonna use all the boar meat I have?
Nah, this is base starts with the Dire Boar meat, so don't worry about your meat.
Oh, okay. But this is gonna use my assorted spices though, so. Yeah, then probably a little bit of my salt too.
Unless their kitchen can cover some of it.
Nah, I'm gonna use my own stuff. I don't want to necessarily deplete it. Listen, the chef uses his own shit when he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll
They can probably provide you extra stuff, like maybe some of the onions. Or
Oh,
some
yeah.
Of the, some common winter vegetables and early spring vegetables.
Yeah.
To add some extra in there. But
No. Yeah. So yeah, I still got my boar meat. I can make a really bland chili, I guess, but no, I just gotta go get some more spices now. Yeah. No.
I think that's a good result for technically failure with advantage. You didn't do what you wanted to do, but it's not like you fucked it up.
Okay. I was
Still
gonna be very
chasing
upset.
the recipe of that chili.
Yeah, I still am. Yeah.
I mean, if you'd rolled 2 failures with nothing, that is a fuck up. But that's not how it went because the dice are weird.
The dice are very weird when it comes to lucky in cooking.
Yes, it feels targeted. I kind of wish I could have bought Lucky for his birthday, but I would have had to go through Edge's website probably, and God knows what the shipping would be like. He'd probably get them next month.
Oh, and I use one of my energy potions. I have to mark that off real quick before I
Yep.
forget.
But yeah, it's it's a pretty typical, not like a full festival, but it's a little party. There's probably like some tents, bolted up outside. There's some, the locals get their music on, some tambourine and castanet clack, some stomping of feet. Nanashi will probably be asked to join in with his work because you are carrying a musical instrument, obviously.
They have to drag me out. They'd have to ask me to stop in that
Yeah.
case.
So you get a little extra percussion, like I said, some tambourine, some castanets. There's probably at least one old farmer with a big bushy beard who has a proper, Spanish-style guitar.
Sick.
And there'll be lots of, folk dancing, folk singing.
Portal's like, someone
Mort-
give me a drum, and I'm gonna play accompaniment.
Mortis will probably when it's when a little bit of the revelry has died down, Mortis will begin like a little powwow circle of like telling his many misadventuring tales from the north.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Honestly,
so
jamming
we
is
got
probably
chased.
fine. I don't even know. It would probably be like an easy charm check.
Oh, an easy charm check.
Yeah, this is not a complex musical
Yeah,
accompaniment.
then I'll totally take out the failure. One success, one advantage. Just
Yeah,
he's
so
going to try
after
and, like,
singing, dancing, and some very hearty and a little bit spicy heavy stew, there's probably lots of there's some flagons of beer, and there's probably some stories.
Oh yeah, no, I'm Mortis is definitely going all out on just like. So we went to this cave, and there were these Dwergar. Nasty little creatures. No one likes them. Just telling a bunch of stories about.
Yeah.
Actually, halfway through one of his stories, he will just like pale, and just realize he forgot to do something important.
Mm-hmm. Well,
This is when Porter's gonna bust in. This is like, you call that a story? Let me tell you about the first hunt I ever had.
There I was.
There I was, just a young whelp. Me and the clan, we were running low on meat, and we're about to hit the harvest season. So we decided to head up into the Highland range and see if we can get some of the Godoks up there. To fatten our lauders for a bit before the coming winter. Me, being the enterprising young hunter that I was, decided to be a brilliant idea for me to go also my lonesome. I had my bow, I had my spear, and I had my rope, and I thought that's all I needed to get through the day. Unfortunately, I totally left my wits at home.
I would like to ask a clarifying question for the audience at home. Does Porter have any points in ranged?
No. Turns out, Godoks aren't that hard to find. They're big, shaggy creatures, and they like to knock on everything that passes through once, so finding a trail easy fucking peasy. What I did not realize, though, is that I'm actually quite shite at a bow. I'm pretty sure my dear old dad, whoever he might be, was laughing himself silly later at this. But I find me a nice Godok, it's at the nicest top hill. I get into a nice spot, I take my shot, I aim, miss completely. I miss so badly the Godox doesn't even fucking see the damn thing. But if there's one thing that Porq are, we are bloody determined. So, lined up my second shot, took another shot at it, and it was another miss. Now this one I'm getting a little mad, so in the spirit of things, third time's a charm, my third shot, fire, and I hit. Unfortunately, while Godoks are quite shaggy, the thing they're more well known for is their heads are particularly bloody hard. Bounce right off the skull of the thing. And while Godoks can be, fairly gentle-natured beasts, they know when someone's attacking them. And that thing just turned around, quick as can be, saw me, and I saw my life flashing before my eyes. I totally forgot my spear, dropped my rope, and I tried to run away, but quick as a flash, that thing had caught up to me, lowered its head, and boom! Took two in the keister. Well, and unfortunately, if I remember telling you guys earlier, this was in the Highlands, where there's a lot of hills and mountains. It baited me in the keister, I bounced off the nearest tree, and I started rolling. I swear I hit every rock, brush, scrub, everything on the way down.
I'm imagining lots of gesturing with hands.
Yes.
I'm imagining a gesture to represent bouncing.
Mm-hmm. And so, now I understand why my people like to pack on the pounds, because, if I had been any bonier, I'm pretty sure I would have broken something.
There's a lot of, odd looks and hubbub, because obviously these guys are farmers from, the Polis League, so they are used to low rolling hills and verdant fields.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the kicker of it all is the Godox, who I entirely posed, was completely fine with it. After I got to the bottom, crass, bloody, bruised, and more of my pride broken. I tell you what, I'm pretty sure I sprained something that day. I'm not sure. I saw the damn thing at the top of the hill, just laughing at me. I've never heard a Godox laugh in my life, but I will swear to every song in existence that thing was mocking me for the show I got. And then it left. It just fucking left. It's like my job here is done. Goodbye. And I never picked up a bow since.
Tis a glorious story.
I don't know what's so glorious about it. I got my ass kicked by a goat.
Well, it's gloriously entertaining.
That it is.
Now let me tell you why you should.
Well told.
Let me tell you why you should never keep your eyes off your opponent. So I had to do a bit. There was a bit of nasty dust up in the town I'm from. What the fuck is it called again? The capital of the Highlands.
Oh God, what is the? You just need to remember all my names off the top of my head.
Spargenskloft or something. Something vaguely Nordic.
Don't you spark it spot me, buddy.
Jargon Heckenborg.
The writer is in your fucking call. Don't fucking add him in this.
Control F, but I'll figure it out. It's not important. Keep the improv going.
Anyway, so I was doing some business for one of the local dukes. His daughter had been kidnapped by some less than honorable folk, and he asked me to retrieve her. Now, I found them in an encampment. There were about four or five men, pretty lowly armored. Not really anything to worry about. I pretty much knocked most of them out fairly quickly. And then I was too busy. I was getting very busy making sure the little lady was okay, when I just feel this sharp pain sensation. And turns out one of them had gotten up and had driven his sword clean through my stomach.
Much gas.
And I had to undo the stitching on my chest so I could turn around and knock the brigand out again. And it was the damnedest thing. I had to get to a doctor because every time I tried to do the thing out, I was worried it would cut me clean in half. So I had to walk back to the town with a sword sticking through my stomach like I was some sort of puppet. It scared the heck out of everyone. Thought it was a zombie come up from the...
Gasping and...
Thought it was a zombie come up from the Ghostlands, which, to be fair, isn't entirely unfair. But, no, anyway, yeah, I got flagged down by some adventurers. And that was basically how I got my license, because I didn't realize it's better to operate into more official channels.
Operate in groups and teams.
You'd be surprised how many people are willing to forgive that I'm just a lone wandering punk when I flash my license. Before I got that, I got arrested like every other town, I swear.
I don't think I ever got arrested. Most of the time it was just people trying to drive me out with torches and pitchforks.
No, see, they always think that I'd be some lone scout for some roving Porq war band here to pillage the fields and take the daughters. And sometimes their sons, too. I don't judge.
Much chuckling and guffawing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody probably is like, oh no, Senor Porter, you are a noble and gentle soul.
Oh, thank you kindly. You know?
A mug for my friend. Mugs everywhere. Mugs. Shots.
Yeah, no, there will be some chugging going on now.
Yeah.
Mortis will politely decline most of the alcohol.
Well,
undoes
you just told the story about how you got stabbed in the gut with a sword, so they'll let it pass without asking too many questions.
I don't try and hide the fact that I'm a construct most of the time, but alcohol does hell on my stitchings.
But alrighty.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like I said, like down here, I would assume it's a lot less. There's a lot less judgment because they don't have a giant undead army constantly assaulting them.
Yeah, there are some like rumors of like I don't remember the name of it off the top of my place, but there's like a secret hideout of necromancers on an island in the Shade Sea. So like there are probably, you're a little inland, but there are probably like people who've heard stories from the actual Navy of the Polis League, because they do a lot of sea trade about like skeleton ships and ghost stories. You're in one kind of shit, but that's like far away.
Literal ghost ships.
As opposed to my hometown, where there's literally just, hey, there's the giant undead army over there that we have to defend ourselves against.
Likely they mostly just kind of mull around and make angry skeleton noises mostly.
Click clack.
But sometimes you get the big chanty and the marchy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of different stuff. You got to worry about like Draugr coming out of the Frost Sea, because the frost giants are uppity today, and they're going to send their icy zombies.
Right.
Did they just like walk across the water, the sea floor?
Yes, actually. There's a lot of this is in the lore. The mythology of Draugr is actually like changed a little over the years in the Nordic area. So the general vibe for GenSekai is they are so driven by their base desires or whatever that the archdemons or unspeakable magics, it's really easy to get them to get back up and walk, because they want to fight people or steal stuff or whatever. So yeah, no, they just kind of like get back
They
up
come
and
out of the
walk
ocean.
It's
Very
like,
terrifying.
I'm dead now. I still want to fight. Draugr noises.
Someone to fight down
As
here.
opposed to like skeletons are more just the not skeletons. Zombies are more the hungry dead, so they're just kind of like brains. Skeletons don't really speak, but they have complex animations to actually like fight back and stuff. They're the quiet ones. They actually
They speak with their hands.
so they can
Like the
fuck
Horned
you.
King showed up. It's like the end times is now coming. But that's it.
Note to self:
Oh,
play a
it's
skeleton.
been a long time since that guy decided to get up off his chair and try and cross the breach.
Fair. He's probably just talking to his wife.
Note to self: third character idea. Just be a skeleton warrior. Speak sign language all day.
Have a magic sign that just says things for you.
It'd be a high level drop. But no, you can just sign with your hands because canonically skeletons are animated by magic, so they can just move their bones and stuff, whatever.
Mhm.
They did. I don't know if I'll ever get to use it in our current context, but I'll probably try and arrange one where I can actually pull the old. Oh, you think that pile of bones is nothing? No, it's actually a skeleton. He's coming to stab you.
No. Yeah,
'Cause
one of my
if
original.
you have stealth, they can do that. It's very
The
fun.
idea of crouching is just make a pile of themselves.
No, one of my original concepts was definitely to have much different voice tones because of how I'm built. But I figured that for the sake of the audio listeners, not to do that.
Mhm.
If you ever want to know what I was originally going to do, just Google Fiddlesticks from League of Legends.
Dear God, I am glad you didn't try to emulate that.
Oh, I could do it pretty well. It would just be hell on
Anyway.
the listeners.
Wait, off camera.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, we're at about the 3-hour mark, so I think it's probably time to move on from our lovely eventide. You have fun, not in the sun, but eat good and probably. Well, actually, that's a good question. Do you want to set out and have Mortis, just take the walk shift while you guys take shifts sleeping in the cart?
Well,
I'm fine with that.
I would say I would want to take the before it actually gets to I would like to take the first pooling. So before it
Okay.
before it
Yeah, well, it's still twilight. That's fair.
yeah, and so Mortis can actually pull us during the witching hour and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you don't get tired and you don't have to sleep, but that's no.
Well, he
that's-
does get tired. He doesn't have to sleep.
No,
He doesn't get biologically tired.
no, it's
His
if I
stamina is-
maintain a slow and steady march, it will not time. It's
Well,
it's
the
like
point is
progress.
the
He
point.
has stamina, but he does not require the whatever the sleep reset is.
But like I said, we do not want to. I had the word, but then since I was mistaken, I forgot what it was. But take advantage over advantage.
No, I understand.
So like I said, you guys can do your normal sleeping in shifts because in case you don't want him to be awake alone in the middle of the road at night, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
Ryan's definitely gonna take a shift to watch and kind of converse with
I'll probably have last shift.
Morris and stuff.
No, I always have last shift.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Bulls.
Because listen, I fucking have to do prayer and shit in the fucking really early morning, and you don't want
understood.
fucking.
Porter probably, when that time comes, kind of probably sits up on the backboard, maybe lights his lantern for the last bit of nighttime as the sun starts to come up, and you guys probably around this time period cross back over the bridge. There's some Middlelands guards who see you coming back across the bridge at early dawn, and they're kind of like, "Boy, where's all I say? It's very early in the morning. Morning merchants." Kind of peering out of their hats.
Oh no, Porter will make his way to the front and be like, "No, so just a bunch of adventurers coming back from a job. Came back from Lord." Yes,
Lagana.
I keep wanting to say Farquaad, but it's not.
No, I don't even do that voice for that.
No,
Lord
you
Laguna,
didn't.
Lord Laguna's mansion. Fix the poor problem for him. I'll pull out the fucking
Some of
event.
you may die.
That's a sacrifice. That is still one of the best lines ever. That's a sacrifice I'm willing
Yeah,
to
but-
make.
The original Shrek actually still has some very cutting dialogue, but other parts of it are very memey. Anyway, yeah, you pull out your adventurer's guide and show him the quest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go on through then.
Like you
Good
call it.
luck and all that,
Time to you.
I'm a little
Well,
bit
maybe
of a
you can
sleep.
take care of our other problem next, adventurers. They kind of grin each other and chuckle.
Oh.
Oh man.
And so you guys can, around breakfast time, sun breaks over the city. For some reason, you hear distant Lion King sounds.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
That's the traditional morning prayer to Chryso, is you make the Lion King sound.
Now-
I still don't know the words.
It's you, Wanya.
And now
That's all I
YouTube's gonna
got.
dig the video.
Yeah, sure. We'll see. See if that happens. That's how good our cover is. Okay, all right. You go back. You report that the quest is done. You were paid on site, so you're good. You got your money handled out.
Mhm.
As usual, I don't like to let the sessions overstay their welcome, so we'll probably wrap up soon.
We can get
I had,
the
like,
shot
one-
button.
I was gonna say, if you wanna because we're not exactly hurting for time. If you got anything you want to do now that it's a fresh new day, and make sure you're policing up all your stuff. I know Ryahn will probably want to run out and try and see if he can find a staff repair kit.
Actually, it's a wood Snap, when the actually I don't know.
he still needs the raw materials, I believe,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
mechanically to repair it. But yes, the woodworking tools you have somewhere in this mess.
I was it's
It's in a cart. It's in a cart. They're mine.
Okay.
Because I think when we got the Blue Bridge, maybe you could help me find a component pouch. 50 gold.
Well, also
What's
when
the rarity
we
on component pouch?
General store right over there.
Yeah.
What is the rarity on the pouch again?
4.
Oh, it is 4 then maybe not.
well, again,
What's that?
if we want to do this way,
0-1.
literally, I can slap you with a fucking augment that'll give you a success advantage on
Yeah,
that.
you can gift of the Gabim.
Yeah.
So
But
it would be hard. So yeah, that would probably be you would have to ask around for that.
give me a second.
I assume I can find Scrivener's tools at the.
Yeah, those are. And we did actually we double checked the phrasing on negotiation. You do not roll negotiation for something that you already know the established price for. So there is a general store that you have bought some stuff from, and there is a blacksmith.
Okay.
So normal things that are not very high rarity you can find. It's just I think with our rolls on some higher rarity magical things, we've pretty clearly established there is no magic shop in Blue Bridge. So I would still like you to probably roll, because it'll be an average check, the check to find a component pouch if somebody wants to. But
Wow, so
artisan
like-
tools are
Arson or 3.
3 normally? So
Yeah.
that's only easy. If you want to pay market price for Scrivener's tool, you can probably do that.
I mean, I'll pay market I'm a Porq. I'm gonna pay market price for leather working tools, and I'm tossing
Yeah,
those
fair
in
enough.
the cart.
That's 175. Because the price isn't modified any.
How much are Scrivener's tools?
175.
Yeah, 175 is all artisan's tools. I'm not splitting hairs.
All right.
Actually, for the component
Just pay
pouch,
market
we
price.
bought healing potions and energy potions already. Would they just be at the same shop or?
Actually, that's a good question. Yeah, sure, probably. That would probably
Yeah,
be
we
like
need
a
my
local
potion
herbalist or
belts, yeah.
alchemist. Yeah, so they would probably have some spare component pouches. Good catch.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's previously established. All right.
Oh, so we can
If
just,
you wanna, you can pay the 50.
I'll just pay the 50.
I'll pay the 50. Yeah.
Cha-chings all around.
What does components pouch do?
have
Gives
the
you
thing
plus
here.
1 E, and also you can stock it to improve certain checks.
Oh, okay.
Here's the description of it.
Oh, he's got it.
I don't need to. Plus 1 E does nothing for me.
No, you're inswollenated.
Also, I don't have anything.
Now.
Look, there's a reason why he is our pet. He is our. And I hate to say this, but he is our pack zombie.
Brains.
This is where we have a private discussion on whether or not the team is using the Z word.
He's
I
not.
mean-
He's not a zombie. He's a person.
He's
No.
a weapon construct.
What I actually am is complicated, so zombie works for shorthand.
Let me see.
flesh golem.
I mean, I would say probably those of you who have some some mob knowledge, some
Or flesh golem also
technically
works
zombie
in
is not correct
shorthand.
because they are called the hungry dead, and as we
Yeah.
know, this boy doesn't eat.
I'm not a flesh golem, but that's probably the closest approximation without getting into semantics.
You're a
By the way,
Frankenstein
how do you
monster.
how do you spell Scrivener's tools? Because Nanashi would get his own just because horn.
I mean, honestly, we probably shouldn't buy
I mean, you
individual
could probably borrow
Yeah,
my.
you could probably like if
just
you guys are
just have it
okay
in the cart.
sharing them
You
in
need
the
to buy your
cart.
own.
I'm not.
I mean,
yeah.
like,
Good.
if someone asks for my
you-
like my
if
woodworking
you
or my
j-
leatherworking tools, I'm not gonna be like, no, mine.
No, yeah. If you just want to do it for your horn, then yeah, no, you
No.
can easily just borrow mine.
Shit, what am I gonna use all this gold on though?
You give it me.
You could let us use it.
All right, buddy. Okay, Greedy McGreederson. I see. Axe presses greed on all drops.
I mean, sometimes.
Oh,
That's what it's a casting thing.
like, do you want to like get a musical thing of a different material? Like, maybe pick up a different like spell augment? Because, dude, I'm gonna note this. You've done nothing but like cast dissonance in like every combat.
Yeah, it's like you could start doing buffs and stuff instead of just trying to do damage. When
Yeah. The thing is,
Mhm.
you've already got buffs down, so
I
dude, you
no.
can stack.
Yeah, you can stack buffs, and like I said, I
Can
specifically
you stack augment?
I don't know if you can stack augment, but here's the
There's
thing.
There are a
things
lot
the
of
girls
different
can do.
qualities, though.
And like here's the thing, I buff like I mentioned this earlier, I buff Dallas for melee and I keep him up. You can be buffing the other, spell casters in the back with you. Like
Yeah, augment is technically generalized, and the thing about the musical instrument is you get additional target for free. So you could, for
You buff
instance,
me and Ryan at the
hypothetically-
same time.
yeah.
Well, you'd both have to be ranged, but like I was also thinking for spellcasting, you could buff yourself and Ryahn, like if you were close together, as well. There's a few different things, and there are a wide variety of implements for materials for implements that can possibly work for some specific builds as
So-
well.
Just-
Was that us?
No good.
I'll worry about when we're off camera. So
Yeah.
All right, so
No,
Omega.
So
Sorry.
Yes, either of you.
Go
It's fine.
Dallas.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
He's thinking.
All right. So I have the bone and the leather. Technically, could I make lamellar armor with that? Basically, using the bone as the plate component, or as the metal component.
Might take a bit.
Yeah, that's a little. So obviously, narratively, that's a little unusual because bone isn't a.
Yeah, I know, but it is
a
Dire
lot more material
Boar
to it.
bone.
Yeah, it's probably pretty tough. Mechanically, it would just be the usual steel material, right? For
Yeah.
the normal stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the tusks this thing had were doing like 10 base damage. They're pretty chunky. Yeah, that can substitute for steel, sure.
Cool.
I had to think about it, but if you just want to fluff a normal armor piece, we
Yeah,
can
no,
do that.
I'm pulling the fashion and whatever.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You just want a special look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Ryahn to actually try and find me a modification.
What modification
town.
are you looking for?
Arcane Focus.
That's a good one.
Expensive. I forget how expensive that one was.
That is rarity 5, so yeah, that'll be
It's actually like one of the cheapest. It's 400.
Yeah, it's not super expensive.
Oh, I was
but
thinking of something
it's
else. I
rare.
guess I was thinking of the slate prices. Slate's 3,010.
All right, I can go ahead and try that. Let's see, that'd be an average difficulty.
Yeah.
Probably start my search at the alchemical.
And if you find it, I probably am gonna end up selling this blasting rod, unless someone wants it.
I don't need it.
I'm pretty sure most of Ryann's current spellcasting is built around his staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't constructed my tome yet, so.
I'll probably sell it
Even though
to
I
help
haven't
pay for
really-
costs then.
Oh, and if you
so
get
that
more
would
cash, you can always
be-
take another crack at trying to sell the loot you got from the first job.
Yeah, 3 successes and 1 threat.
Okay. We'll say that the threat and the successes cancel out any price negotiation, but you do successfully find a guy who will sell
Okay.
you an arcane focus. You do find him under a dock somewhere, and he's wearing a hood, but he's like,
That's
you
fine.
want some aetherite for some arcane focus?
And yeah,
Gotcha,
and
so
then
right
I
here.
will attempt to sell the blasting rod.
Okay. What is the rarity of a rod?
That's a good question. Magic
It
implements.
is 7.
Okay. So, I mean, you could just sell it at the going rate for a used item, but that's 1/4 of its cost. So,
We still have that bow and then the axe.
like, hypothetically, you can just vendor trash dump things, as we've established with the way negotiation works. But that's a fairly hefty price cut, but it was free, so. And a rod
Yeah.
is 400,
What?
so it'd be what, 100? That's
Well,
decent.
no. So it would be that as the thing, because you said this was what was this made out of again?
No, it's made of oak. It's default.
Yeah, but it's blasting, which adds something to it, doesn't it?
Nope.
No.
No,
That's
the inherent
quality
that's
of
the
the
base
rod.
thing it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
every
rods
rod
have
will
a
have a quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Gotcha,
it gives it
gotcha,
extra.
gotcha. Yeah, 100 knocks off the price. That means I only have to pay because I haven't added the gold for the job, and we got 400 each. So I only have to pay 175 minus 400, 225 minus plus 100. I only have to pay 75 out of my current stash. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, somebody will take it off your hand.
And E is how many things, or HP is how many things I can fit in it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have. That's all I can fit on it. That works. But now I can cast at +2. I get the close combat quality for free. And. Yeah.
You get a cool little blue gemstone in your sword now.
Alright, I'm going to cast Gift of Gab and my Landstride on Aren's character and be like, please go find me materials for a bag of holding. Which is rarity 8. But let me hang on.
If you do that, I'd literally if you do that too, I'll literally just give you the 600 to buy a bag. But we'll see how that goes.
Technically, I think finding the materials is
Easier.
more likely that it's easier. So it's more.
Because I still got to make the bag later, but I need all the tools and stuff to do it. And then it's gonna be
base 8, so
yeah.
So I guess it'd be like.
But
6
hang
then.
on, I gotta actually.
Well, I don't know. Is he going for his bigger bag or the normal bag size?
No, I'm going for the normal bag.
Okay, so that would be reduced by some for crafting. What was the number on that again?
600 for 600 for a bag of holding.
So raw materials equal to roughly half the cost.
Yeah, so it'd be 308.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then difficulties are divided by 2.
I don't know what a Triumph fucking does on spellcasting, but whatever.
You have an upgrade, maybe.
You could narratively pass him an upgrade on his next check, I guess.
Sure.
He feels really gabby.
And then my augment.
So Gift of the Gab, as while it is being maintained, you get success advantage on all social checks.
For the duration.
Yep.
And then this is Landstride. What?
Second upgrade?
Sure.
No, we don't want to go too crazy here, do we?
I mean, I don't know what else I'm gonna do with a Triumph.
It's fair.
Okay, so Aren, just to let you know, you have you increase once, upgrade twice, and add a success advantage to this negotiation check.
As Porter slaps you on the back at the tavern, is like, find me a bag.
And now I am going to sit and literally do nothing because I have to maintain 2 spells.
So you said increase once and upgrade twice?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
because
second advantage.
you are augmented, and also there's 2 triumph upgrades, and you have a success and advantage on a social check because Gift of the Gab.
Yeah.
All right then.
But yes,
You
Porter's
can-
correct. He has
if
to
you
go
can
back to
succeed
the
at
tavern
this,
and like
I
sit in the
will
corner and lean on his staff.
If you can find a bag of holding, I will just give you money if you can find
No.
another bag.
That's not what I'm looking for.
No.
He's looking for components. For
Probably
it.
going to the same place I found stuff from my components. So.
If you want to bundle anything else in your check while you're there, now would be the time.
I probably would have gotten the materials. Almost all of my reward for the quest is going into repairing my staff, unfortunately. So.
I don't know if you're gonna find Owl's
Dude,
Opograph.
how
So I'm
wear
not
and tear
gonna
go. Don't you still need to get like your normal shit, Leona?
Yes,
even
but
your
you
magic
said I
shit?
can't get them in this town, so I have to
Okay,
wait.
Well, that is only one failure, so I'm pretty sure I got it.
Unless you say I can try again.
Well, what were you?
Uh,
What would you be looking for?
2 successes, 1 advantage.
Sick.
Okay, you can acquire the bag of holding materials.
That's all I need.
Okay, Omega.
Yes.
I have 2 questions.
2 questions.
One is there appear to be no stats for a javelin or any kind
There.
of thrown weapon that isn't.
Yes.
Are you looking at the table?
Did you control
Yeah.
F javelin?
I don't know.
Look at it right
the
there.
thrown
Polearms,
weapon.
melee light.
It's in the
Okay.
simple and thrown weapon. Wait, no, it's not. It's
No,
It's
it's
in
not
polearms.
in the simple and thrown weapons. So I can use that as a thrown weapon.
Yes, it says
Okay,
so.
okay,
It's a
okay.
javelin.
No, I see it.
yeah.
What kind of materials would I need to craft that other than the bone?
I mean, you just need to cover. What is it? Half the cost?
45
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah, you probably have that already between the bone and stuff. You can make it work. You just need to roll a check, and that's
Okay.
that's a simple check actually.
And I would assume that I could use maintenance for that,
Yeah, you can use mechanics.
or mechanics rather.
Very simple. It's just a javelin.
Yeah, I'm gonna forge this. Wait, can spears also be thrown, or is it just javelins?
No, just a javelin has the rule.
Okay.
It is balanced for throwing. A regular spear is a hunting spear, which is not balanced for that.
I will now attempt to
Alright.
craft the
Yes.
sandbag.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, if I could
have
answer your
a-
question.
I'll also spend a
earlier.
story point.
Go ahead.
Go, Dex.
It was being like, I can't get the sword, so I can't get the thing to mod the sword. I couldn't buy the arrows, so you said they're not there, and I can't get the plate, not there either.
What's
so
the rarity on flesh rippers?
there are
Where-
4. The deflective plate and the arrows are both 4.
Rewinding a little bit, do you want me to try and also sell those items to the guild
Yes.
while you have them augmented?
Please do.
Well, I'm asking Lucky because I'm asking if he wants me to do that while he would have been maintaining the 2 spells on me.
I mean, you do what you want while, like, until you get back with my
Okay.
stuff, I'm gonna maintain that spell.
I will go ahead and...
And remember, you do have Swift and Haste on there, so you can go through those markets.
Fast boy.
But, Omega, you do have
That's
one
how-
thread on my crafting check to do something
believe-
with.
Ah, excellent.
Or
I get to use my
difficulty.
special chart.
Mhm. And this is for a standard bag of holding.
Damn, it's only 1 thread.
It is curse of
Yeah.
hoarder syndrome. We now want to
No.
put more things in the...
How much time does this take normally?
It's rarity 8. Wasn't it like an hour per rarity?
Yeah, I believe hour per rarity is
Yeah.
what it is.
And with
That's
4
what it is.
success, I would drop it by 3, so it'd be 5 hours.
It'd be 1 or 2. I guess it would vary.
Yeah, so it'll take
probably
me
being 2.
5 hours to craft. So this is my
I'll
day.
definitely spend the threat to give you the extra hour as
Oh,
well.
Shit, well, now my day is definitely done.
Wait, I forget. Because was it only in the Star Wars system where it was 2 hours per success?
No, it's only an hour. Otherwise, we would fucking
Yeah.
demolish
Yeah,
I,
that's-
everything.
I just thought it was different for
Because
traps.
by the way, this is a drift. In Realms of Terranoff, crafting everything is days.
hmm
Oh.
And I was like, no, well, I already have structures. That's too long. I don't. This is a gamified game. I don't want you guys spending literally 3 days.
This is
building
WoW
a sword.
crafting.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
meant to be a
Gamecraft,
little
so.
speeded.
All right, so while this is a bag holding, I will name it is a satchel of mirror.
Yeah.
So you put a little goat skull or a
Does
little
my
piece
javelin
of-
have any special properties for being made out of a dire boar tusk?
No.
Okay.
I don't think you
It is a perfectly normal javelin. It functions. I mean, it functions as a steel javelin because you didn't like fuck with the rarity, so it's
Unless it's
perfectly
like
normal.
unless it'd be reinforced, but I doubt
And
it.
unfortunately,
Alright.
you didn't get any. No, it's not going to be reinforced. The Dire Boar's tusks aren't reinforced.
Who has information on the 2 items that the magic items that we were going to
Let me
try?
go find them again.
Okay.
I mean, I got the
Because I-
document, so I can
I got
literally.
I got
just
3
scroll up.
successes, so...
Well, it was a regular bow and a regular axe. So, and we
No,
discussed
it was a magic bow and a magic axe, a reaper bow and a bloodthirsty.
Yes. I mean that, but they were bow and axe is the stat lines they correspond to. So it was I think the way that works is 1/4 is just the base price.
Yeah, so it
the
would
way we
be
did the math.
450/4 and 150/1.
3,
And you have how many total successes?
3. So that'd be 3/4 of the
Yeah,
price.
so that takes it all the way. No, it goes 1/4, half, full. I think at 3 and plus. So yeah, you actually sell it for the full 4 times X. So hey, you did it this time. There's some other adventurers who need your crap now.
So that'd be like 75% more.
No, it's
Half
the full price, which is 4x the base price.
Oh, okay.
It's been a little bit since we wrote these parts, but yes.
So how much
So
do we each get?
That's a lot then, huh?
Yeah, probably.
That's like 600 and 1,800 if it's times 4. So that'd be 2,400.
Yeah,
So
plus your
divided by
rarity and
4 is
4x the
600.
price. So it tells you the base price of the negotiation and the normal multiplier. Yeah, it's right there.
So we each get 600 more.
What?
2,400 divided by. Oh, I can't do math. We'd get 520 each.
Oh, okay.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Okay, so there was a place that sold guns earlier, correct?
There is some kind of ranged weapon shop, yes.
May I inquire upon another thing that store may have in stock?
Which is...
What are you looking for?
Do they have hand grenades?
What's the
They're
rarity?
the same rarity. They're rarity
More of an
5.
alchemy thing, honestly, aren't they?
I mean, no, they're made with dragon's dust, so.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's why I said, like, there was a place that sold guns, that would be the place I would find it.
Yeah, no, it's the same rarity. That place would have them if you're willing to pay the normal price without
I
negotiating.
will do that. I will buy 2 hand grenades.
All right. Keep in mind these are medieval style or like
Well, yeah,
classical Chinese style
they're
grenades.
like
So
yeah. I was assuming
They're
these
like
are
clay flasks.
clay pot bombs.
yeah, with a little fuse sticking out.
Well, I wasn't expecting
But yeah, so that's 100 gold because they're 50 each.
I gotta double check.
But that gives you some funny ranged options that don't involve using your strain threshold.
Yeah.
Explosion!
So if I'm getting this right, it's like for me borrowing the kit to turn this boar tusk into a giant horn would be me using my verse to make it into a magic implement. Then the 30 foot for the difficulty.
Yes, it's the rarity divided by 2. So yeah, it's just a average verse check, and yes, because it's a musical instrument, it's
Okay.
verse because you're making it magical, technically. Oh, you got 2 advantage. There's a chart for this. That
kind of annoying. All the things I wanna get are, like-
spending results on crafting check.
I would like to do more shopping, but I think my day is literally done with fucking 6 hours of crafting.
Yeah, no, you guys got here. Well, I mean, you got here in the morning.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Depending how long Ryan's out shopping with my buff, literally I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no, that was probably at least a couple hours because
yeah.
he's running around
I
town.
made 2 checks with it, so yeah, like
2 hours at most.
yeah.
It's probably
2
around.
hours
Yeah,
probably
so
good.
it's probably like the middle of the afternoon by the time you're done with this thing. So I don't.
What does prepare do?
The prepare
Fires-
quality is how many maneuvers you need to spend before the item is ready to use.
Oh, okay.
But once you spend those maneuvers, you don't have to spend them again in that conflict until you.
For
was
example,
also
now
looking
she
at the
has a gun
wrong
that
thing.
has a thing that's prepare 2 on it.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
doable
looking
in one
at.
turn.
I
You just has
looked
to
at the
remember
wrong.
to pull it out first.
All right, so I'm gonna attach mirror satchel to my belt, specifically in the back.
Oh Jesus! Hand grenades have a lot of damage.
And now
Well,
I'm
remember
sorry.
you don't add anything to that because it's ranged, so it's just
No,
8.
yeah.
But let me double check.
But yes, they have blast 5. They're good for clearing out mooks.
Let me double check. A bag of holding is the standard 12. Okay.
However, I'm fairly certain, Dallas, that you are not going to go down even though you could, you're not going to go down the gunner route and get the talent that lets you throw grenades at medium range. So they're very close range weapons.
No. These are just like I was just looking at non-magical ranged options for AOE because
Until you
every time
invest a
I've tried
little
to
in
cast
your
a blast spell,
until you invest a little in your no rules, the blast effect is going to be not very good.
No.
For me, it's like all the things I wanted to grab are like distinct trinkets that I don't think are gonna happen in town.
Now
like,
I have
simply,
to
like,
do my crafting
equipment
roll.
upgrades. But
How does crafting anathema?
Anathema. That is rarity. I'm all over the place. Magical implements. So normally that's 4, but you're using bone. That is +2, so that would be 6. So that's a hard crafting check because it's the difficulty is equal to the rarity halved.
Huh. All right.
No, is maintenance tonight? Damn. Maybe they went do state tonight.
I guess there's a question if could Ryahn try again to get some of my things, or do I have to wait till another town?
Well, I was in the middle of saying this earlier, but everybody is trying to go at once. I'm fairly certain you can roll again for the arrows because it's been a few days.
Okay. I also think I can try for the defective plate because I have money for that now. So.
Yes, if you have an armor set you're looking to pick up,
it's an armor mod, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I don't know if you roll on that yet.
Same priority. They're both 4.
All right, no, you do not successfully craft, but you do not waste your implements. You may try again at a later date, but that would be again several hours of work that you have to do to be like, I don't really know how to turn bones into knives.
Yeah, good. I guess.
No, I feel like I feel like I made a perfectly good bone knife that has no magical infusement whatsoever. It's
yeah,
just
actually, honestly, probably you're just like, well, I have a tusk that's very stabby, but I don't think I made it magical.
Well, that also makes sense with saving the materials because you didn't like actually destroy the knife and stuff.
Yeah, no, you still
enchant it later.
Okay, all right. So that's probably most of your day, though, on various crafteries and.
Could Ryahn have tried that when he was buffed, or nah?
I feel like we've already gone back to that well, unless you guys are going to start flipping story points for stuff.
I want to make it myself.
9. All right. So
yeah, Ryahn is technically better.
No, Axe is asking about his stuff.
I mean, I can go ahead and look for them normally for you.
Sure. They're both difficulty 4, so or they're both rarity 4. So
average difficulty. So.
Components.
Average checks are average. Allegedly.
I mean, allegedly. Yeah.
+1. I have stuff like most of my tools into this bag of holding.
Sounds good. That's what it's for.
Artisan tools, wood carving tools, E2. Artisan leatherworking tools, E2. Cookery kit, E3. Healing kit, E2. So that's 9 out of 12 right there.
All right. Here's a interesting one for you, Omega.
Okay.
I got 3 successes, a triumph, and then 4 threats.
Oof.
On trying to pick up Leona? What are you looking for? Flesh cutter arrows and deflective plating?
Yes, a defective. Yeah.
No, deflective. You definitely don't want defective plating.
I said deflective twice.
That last time did not sound the.
Okay, well I guess I'm just slurring because my headache. I've had a headache for like the last 6 hours.
Okay, well drink some water and we're almost done here. We'll wrap up after this, I think.
No, I've been fighting it the entire. I've been actually fine. It's lessening actually.
Okay, well that's good. Okay, all right.
I'm fine paying the extra money.
One.
Unless it's like I have to go rip it out of my fucking goblin's hands.
I mean, I have a couple of ideas, but I don't really want to disrupt the session too much. But like, I kind of imagine that Ryahn goes back to the guy under the bridge again. Only this time, there's some town guards who are like, "Oi, what's all this then? What are you doing buying flesh cutting arrows, son? Little man."
The archer in my adventuring party needs them.
Oh, look at that. Little son's in an adventuring party. Isn't that adorable?
I'm 28 years old, sir.
I wrote to disbelieve.
I hold up
Slap him his license
card.
It seems fine to me. Well, you talk about Bonnie, you can't read. Well, this is what I said. Seems fine to me. All right. Anyway, shady gentleman, you're needed down at the town guard station. And he's like, it's a fair cop. So you probably cannot buy from the shady under the bridge gentleman for the rest of the day. He is busy. But you can get Leona's flesh cutters. Why don't you go? I mean, we're gonna rest after this, so I'll give you 4 strain to be funny, because you get fucking carded. But you'll be fine later.
Emotional damage.
That's correct.
It hits you right in the it hits you right in the size.
Oh yeah. So
I mean, are there any weapon or armor mods that you want that you would have bought from a weird hooded guy under a bridge?
me now.
Leona, is there anything else you would want from
It was
such
just
a
those.
person under a
It was
bridge?
just those two things. 'Cause the rest thing
Actually,
was just like,
wait, hold on.
oh,
Leona, at any point would you want thieves' tools? Or do you possess those already?
I don't think I do actually. I might need those.
Yeah, because those give you a V for skullduggery checks to open locks and latches.
Actually, that might be really important.
Yeah, why
when
don't we
they're
throw
next-
that one into the pile?
Basically, as he's passing, as
Wait,
the
he like-
shady man is passing, he's like, "Hey, will you take these off my hands, please? Can't get
I
caught with these.
would've
Nudge, wink, wink."
I was imagining like he like dumped into you and it was just something in your pocket.
Oh, that's
No, I definitely think that. Well, here's your deflective plate, sir. Hold on to these for me. And there's just little bundle of lockpick tools in there. All right, there you go. And you got what, 3 success? So it's 10% off
Yeah.
the price.
In total, it would have been about 700.
All right, so you remove 70 from that, approximately.
630.
Approximate 70.
Okay, so like 630.
Oh, thank God! Now thanks to that bag of holding, I can actually carry all my shit, sans board bits.
Swaggless.
Oh, right. That does remind me. How much does the iron jaw trap weigh?
It's probably E1.
Okay.
It is a fairly sizable trap. I assume you keep it like closed on your belt, right? You're not like wearing it on your back as like a surprise.
No.
It's
Yeah.
gauntlet. Oh,
No, honestly, it's probably in the cart.
That also makes sense. But
And
you could
it's closed.
hypothetically hang it from your belt, you
It's
know.
also closed.
Yes. No, we don't leave the bear trap in the back of the cart so Nanashi stops sleeping in it. We're not those kinds of asshole adventurers. We're perfectly fine. We hide it in the ice. We hide it in the icy box. No. Put it in Porter's bag of holding. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Let's not
Fine.
do that.
Boy.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
I wanted my tools, not this metal trap.
So
Just pull your
Leona,
arm out.
when Ryan gets back, he literally almost throws them on the table at her. There, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go get some tea, and then he just kind of storms off.
I'll go make you some tea.
Nope.
Yeah, he's gonna make his own tea.
Nope.
He's already gone.
Yeah, but nope. This is one of those you leave him alone kind of moments.
Leona, you find a bundle of thieves' tools and the stuff he got you.
Oh, cool! Someone's stuff that's now mine.
Alrighty. Let's see.
My favorite kind of things that belong to me now.
Your thieves' tools? My thieves' tools.
Exactly.
Our thieves' tools.
No, mine.
That's correct. I
We
mean,
even have
that's the rule.
thieves in them. Obviously, you're supposed to take them. So.
Let me see here. How hard is it to make Lamellar? I'm not making it tonight. I'm doing research.
Yeah. Well, you guys are probably posted up in the Tavernus. Do you want to take the last quest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might as well
that
take it.
is the town guard is looking for a thief called the Snow Leopard. They are breaking into shops and businesses in the Riverside part of town, which is the nice part of town. And you know that your contact is a lieutenant of the town guard named Eileen Ward. So you'll go check that out probably tomorrow because it's late.
Yeah.
At least
And
it's
she's
not
been
the
working
same
all
guard
day.
that I encountered.
No. That was definitely she is definitely a she, and I have not been doing a lady voice.
Those were
Those were like the.
I was
those
doing
are-
my Monty Python extras.
Right. Let's go bathe. Let's go have a nice nightly bath.
All right, sure. Anyway, you officially get the little tuk-a-tun, and you start catch a leopard by the tail. And
I wonder.
I think we are going to call the session there for the Eventide. That's the full 20 XP.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of shopping at the end there, but it was only like 30 minutes. Most of this was good roleplay and fighting boars, and planning.
I'm still laughing internally about the cactus elemental. Real.
Oh, well, I mean, it's gonna show up now because you realized that there was a joke I didn't do yet, and I'm like, well, there's got to be fucking cactuses.
Okay, there's now going to be the cactus golem, and now a cactus element, or I guess an oasis.
No,
elemental, I
it'll be a
guess.
plant, so it'll just be a cactoid.
Okay.
a humble cactoid.
So
Which will definitely have a short range attack that
So
shoots
skill
shields
up
at people.
from 1 to 2 is 5, right? If it's a in-class spell
No,
or
10.
skill. Or 1 to 2 is 10. Gotcha.
Yeah. Buying the second rank is 10 points, the third rank is 15 points, etc., etc.
Okay. Then
Any
I know
other
what
further
I'm
questions on
doing.
this front before
You
I
also get
kill
an
the
ability
recording?
point.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, you get some ability points because you're clearly over 50 EXP earned.
What is ability
But
point?
yes, so any questions that need to be on the recording before I smash this stop button?
What are ability points?
I don't think that needs to be on the recording. I'll explain that to you
Okay.
later, Dallas. Because
Gotcha.
you're never here when we explain things. Okay, we're good. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.